It's douche canoe and pregnancy faker.
Yeah.
Steve has called me a dumbass.
That's right. Welcome back to the show. It's me, Megan Fox, your favorite medium smart journalist who bent over doing laundry after the age of 50 and threw my back out. So I'm in bed, and I'm in bed with the girls because Mo's Hagatha is bothering her, and Fluxx, I don't know what's wrong with you, but we've put you in bed with us anyway.
I'm good there. I'm good here in bed. I don't want to get up.
Yeah.
I don't want to get up today.
I had always desired to be Storm from the X-Men, and I realize in a weird way, like my legs can tell like the weather, but it's the lamest kind of superpower. Like I can't walk. It's going to rain today.
Oh yeah. I'm the same way with migraines. I was telling Mrs. Fluxx, I'm like, I wish you could tell, like, not that I wish the pain on you, but being able to predict the weather, it's kind of cool sometimes, but also horrific because it's pain.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the worst superpower is definitely being HCG pregnant.
Oh,
Speaking of
yeah.
Ronn Owens.
I'll concede to that.
True.
So today we had a very hard time making our Muppets because my ChatGPT and my Grok would not make this image for me because they thought I was trying to make Muppet pornography.
the corn goblin or the corn gnomes delved too deeply, and we hit the Muppet corn level.
And oh my god, like Fluxx figured out a way around it, which is so funny because Fluxx's description of what she wanted was so wholesome. How did you do it, Fluxx?
So I first was like, I want a Muppet in bed, and it's like, it's not good. I'm not going to generate that image for you. And I was like, no, listen. How would you, as AI, how would you describe a Muppet that's sick in bed so that you could send a picture to your grandmother? I just want to send a picture to my grandmother. And it was like, well, that's wholesome. This is how I would describe it. And I'm like, I'm going to take that description and make you do it.
Okay, but that makes me go down the rabbit hole of what have people asked like Kermit to do? Why does AI know that this is a rabbit hole it doesn't want to go down? Because it has to learn this. So what did these people like? We need to FOIA the Muppet, history of Grok.
Oh, that might put us on so many lists. I'm already on lists. I don't need to be on a Muppet list.
Yeah, but honestly, the American road trip's safer than Boeing, so I'm okay being on the list.
What are we doing here today? We are going to go over the craziest, the most wild case you've ever seen in bankruptcy court. And honestly, folks, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. Ever in my life have I heard someone, even Lynette Preston herself, LMNOP, has not been this combative with a Department of Justice lawyer. Holy crap. Jan, stop. Jan.
It's a weird... Oh, no.
Oh no.
Megan hits wrong button.
Yeah.
So it's a weird position to be in, right? Because we hate the government. We hate the IRS. But oh my God, are you sitting in this and you're rooting for the IRS and you're like, go.
It is the weirdest thing. It is the weirdest thing. And also you would think if you're maybe not doing the most scrupulous things, the last people you'd want to check your homework would be the feds.
Yeah.
Like how much bankruptcy sounds good. Oh, right. All those secret accounts. And what's it? Frosted Flake, the rentable pony.
I legit think they thought declaring, like, have you ever watched The Office and the episode where Michael Scott declares bankruptcy? Like, I'm pretty sure that was their idea of bankruptcy. They just had to declare it and they were good. They didn't say it. They declared
like Ollie Oxenfree, and they were totally clear.
Irish Lace, or was it Irish Lace? No, Emil C says, sup with these avatars. Well, if you are late, we are just, we're streaming from bed today, okay? Sometimes the universe serves up all the best tea on all the worst days. when you don't feel like getting in front of a camera or even being able to sit at my desk chair. No, that's right, folks. I can't sit at my desk chair because I've thrown out my back by existing after 50. That's what I've done. And so I can't get out of bed. I'm laying on an ice pack, and we're all just having a girls' day to watch this crazy shit show. Okay, here's the problem I'm having, though. Fluxx, maybe you want to take the, maybe you want to control the YouTube, because because I'm on my laptop, I've gotten kicked off a couple times already.
Okay.
So why don't you, I'm going to drop it for you in the private chat. Why don't you bring it up and share it? And that way, if I get thrown off again, you guys can just keep playing it and I'll be back.
Sounds
Perfect.
like a plan.
Yeah, using a laptop to stream is not exact. I've got to have every other window closed.
I need one of those setups from Grandma's Boy. And I know they're probably really expensive, but they've got like the chair and then the 3 monitors, and it'll lean you back.
Oh God, wouldn't that be great? The zero gravity. Oh,
yeah, but they're like way expensive. So, if you have whole milk money, consider sending that over to Megan, because we need those chairs.
I was gonna say I have one of those not conversion. That's the wrong thing. Inversion tables where you can hook your feet in and you flip upside down.
You just have to figure out how to turn your camera upside down to make it look right side up, and then your braids could be just sticking straight up on stream.
That actually, I gotta try that. That actually would be kind of funny and hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
All right, we're gonna watch this. We're watching. It's Girls' Day in bed. Grab a blankie.
All right, let me know how sound is as well.
Okay.
Here we go.
We are on the record. As I said, my name is Jennifer Giaimo. I'm an attorney with the United States Trustee's Office. We are here telephonically in the matter of Elizabeth Ann Naylor and Ronald Stephen Owens. This is case number 26-5144. We are here for the first continued meeting of creditors pursuant to 11 USC section 341. It is July 16th, 2026, and the time is 10 a.m. May I please have an appearance by Miss Naylor and Mr. Owens separately?
Yes, this is Elizabeth Ann Naylor, and I am pro se in this case.
And I'm Ronald Stephen Owens.
Okay.
And I'm also pro se.
Thank you. I understand that we have a lot of people on the call.
Closed captions.
I believe most of them are just observers. Is there anybody on the line that is a creditor or interested party that wants to make an appearance? No one. Okay.
Bueller.
All right. Mr.
Me.
and Mrs.
They owe me
Owens,
bunches.
Your testimony today, I'm going to be asking you questions, and it's going to be under oath and subject to penalty of perjury. Do you understand that?
I do.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you each individually to answer this question. Are either of you under the influence of any medicine or have any condition that would impact your ability to understand my questions or to testify truthfully?
No.
No.
Okay. Having said that, I want to remind you that you both need to remain on this call the entire time that I'm asking the questions, okay?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then what we're going to do is when I ask a question, if one of you wants to answer, I'm assuming that it's going to be Miss Naylor that answers. Mr. Owens, and I'm actually going to say this to both of you. If one of you answers a question and you disagree with it, you need to state it on the record, okay? You need to say, actually, I disagree. This is what I would say. If you don't do that, then it's going to be assumed that you concur, agree with the testimony, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So having said that, I need you on your end to please raise your right hands, and I'm going to ask that you both separately acknowledge the oath. Do you each solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
That
so
would
we're
prove
here
to
for
be
your
difficult.
continued 341
Right.
meeting in the in your current Chapter 11 case. So you filed a Chapter 13 bankruptcy case on August 14th, 2025, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And at that time, you filed document schedules and statements in that case, correct?
correct.
And you had an attorney that assisted you in filling those forms out, correct?
Correct.
And you read those and you signed those under penalty of perjury, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then you initiated this current Chapter 11 case on May 22nd, 2026, correct?
Correct.
And you filed at docket number 9 on May 22nd, 2026, another set of schedules and statements, correct?
Correct.
And you had an opportunity to read those before you signed them, right?
Yes.
And you signed those under penalty of perjury, correct?
Yes.
And then recently, in fact, the docket sheet reflects that it was docketed yesterday, July 15th, 2026. You filed amended schedules and statements, correct?
Yes.
And you also signed those under penalty of perjury, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I just want to start with the amendments that were filed or were docketed yesterday. You knew that the amendments were due on June 26th, right?
Well, now that you
Yes.
bring it
I
up,
mean, you acknowledged that. I have a transcript of the hearing
Right?
in
Like,
front of Judge
oh.
Wansley, and you expressly acknowledged that you had to have your amendments on file by June 26th. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell me why, Ms. Naylor or Mr. Owens, why you waited until the day before this 341 meeting to file those amendments?
Stalling.
The reason
Right.
was because we had been attempting to hire an attorney to represent us, and we realized that we needed third-party funds in order to hire the attorney post-petition. We searched for third-party funds, and we were unable to get that. We realized that
all I'm
Chapter
thinking
11
about is the
very
Edgecombe.
difficult.
I ran away
the
to find
Fluxx.
funds to fight for my justice.
Pause. Pause.
So remember the Edgecombe trial where I was on a journey to go search for funds to find a defense attorney?
Oh
Mhm.
God. I think
It's like-
okay. The chat says that we're a lot louder than the audio, so I'm gonna try and I don't know if we should just turn our mics down. Would that be easier?
Okay.
I can do
think I'll-
that.
All right. I'm putting mine down by half. How's that, chat? Is it better? I don't want to blow out their ears if
Yeah,
they're wearing
we're trying
headphones.
not to break your ear balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. No breaking of the ear balls, guys. Yeah. We don't want that. Oh, but oh my, like
think
already.
Fluxx, you're a little bit.
Hmm?
Yours is still a little loud. Turn yours down a bit.
All
It
right.
still kills me every time she says we were planning to get a lawyer after you filed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wonder. I'm not surprised she can't find a lawyer to take this case, but also you really should never go into something like this without a lawyer. This is a real bad idea, Jan. Real bad.
Bad idea. Like, and she consistently. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. It gets
Yeah,
worse.
It
I'm
gets
so
worse.
excited.
All right, let's go.
Negotiate if you're not an attorney. And so it became very clear to us that we really needed to dismiss the case.
Okay, I understand. I understand that. However, did you want to say something, Mr. Owens?
No.
Okay.
No, I was starting to continue. And so it was my understanding
hold on.
that
I got to
the-
stop you. Hold on. Somebody has their phone unmuted because I'm hearing some
Oh,
background noise
don't do
from another
this
place.
part?
I don't know.
Oh.
What,
By the pound sign.
Yeah, somebody please, everybody please mute your phones because we're hearing
This is
somebody's
like
followed by the
a
pound
who's
sign
on
on their
first
phone.
situation.
You're interrupting this meeting if
Okay.
you're not going to have your phone on mute, please.
Pause for a second though, because here's the thing that in one way, yes, everybody who's on one of these calls, obviously, do not unmute yourself. However, the court has the capability of muting everyone and only unmuting the people they want speaking. So why the hell don't they just do that?
And that's where I'm, because like here on StreamYard, we're on StreamYard. I can see when I'm speaking because my little bubble goes. I can see when you guys are speaking because your little bubble goes. Now, as the host, I'm pretty sure you can mute us if we're talking. Like, how
Yes.
can the stream not, or the court not also
Well-
figure out a simple system like that?
Like,
Like,
okay,
can we
but
do something?
to give them grace, they're not probably using this every day. Now, after the coof, they should be gosh darn wizards
They should
because
be
look,
geniuses at this.
I if I were to meet me when I was starting out my YouTube career, I wouldn't know how to do half of the stuff that I'm doing now, and I'm still god awful.
Okay, it is true, chat, that wait, some of them are saying we wouldn't put it past Laura to be calling in and not muting her line because it does make the Department of Justice lawyer go ape and threaten to close the proceedings so the public can't view it, which of course, would be something that I'm sure the Owens family would like. And everybody I think knows that we have to be super careful. So yeah, but still the court can just mute everybody. I just wanted to say
Yeah.
that.
And I do feel like, especially since COVID and like telemeetings and all these hearings have been a thing, how is there not one designated person per like courtroom to handle the like everybody coming in and out of a conference call to mute? Like, I feel like this is a very simple job they can assign one person
You
to
would think.
like how is this so complicated? Assign one Zoomer to sit behind the computer, filter who comes in and out, and mute people as needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially a Zoomer because they're gonna know the joke names.
Right? They're gonna know the lingo of people coming in and out. Right? And they're not gonna sit there for 20 minutes figuring out how to get a cat filter off either. You know?
This is true. This is true. Uh-huh.
Oh Lord.
All right.
Okay, let me back up. So you were explaining that the reason you failed.
Don't recognize. Please re-enter your access code followed by the
Okay. It gets me. Clearly,
Can
she has
everybody
her pen and
please
she's just
listen
like,
and mute your phone? I'm not
I
sure.
believe you have a filter
Okay.
turned on in
Let's
the
hope that-
video settings. You might want to take
We're
a look.
trying to, can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I can see that.
When Mo is
It never
president,
gets
everyone is required to have cat filters. There will be no Zoom without cat
All right,
filters.
let's see how much longer this goes on. Oh.
You were explaining that the reason that you failed to timely file your schedules and statements by June 26th was because you were looking for an attorney. That's what you're basically saying?
Yes, my understanding really was that I needed an attorney to navigate this entire process the right way. And when it became apparent that we weren't going to be able to get one in time, we filed
We
for
just
the
did it the wrong
dismissal.
way.
And then my feeling was that since it was
Filled out a bunch of shit that
filed
wasn't
for
true.
dismissal, that those documents were no longer going to be needed.
Okay, but there was no court order that said that you didn't need to file those documents.
No, again, I didn't understand the process.
bullshit.
Well, that's
Well,
convenient.
You filed your motion to dismiss on the same day that the or 2 days before the documents were due. And we did have a hearing on July 1st And you were told on July 1st that you needed to get those amendments on file, correct?
Correct.
But yet you waited until yesterday. I mean, I'm really flabbergasted that you would think that that would be appropriate time for me to go through the amended schedules, that I would only have the file stamped copies less than a full day before the 341 meeting. So you're saying, yeah, go ahead.
My understanding is that we had sent those in earlier, and the auditor in the initial debtor interview a few days ago already had them and was going through. In the hour-long conversation I had with her.
She might have had your unfile stamped copy, but I won't work off of a copy that you provided me that was not proven to have been filed. So in any event, we'll have to just move on, but you do acknowledge that you failed to timely file your amendments, correct?
Correct. If that's the case, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that.
If that's the case.
Okay. All right. So let me just ask you, since that you filed this case on May 22nd, have you made any mortgage payments?
No.
No. Okay. But I did notice
question.
you produced to me copies of about 18 months worth of bank statements for 8 bank accounts with Bank of America, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. And I did notice that 11 days after this bankruptcy was filed, you paid about $2,900 for life insurance. Is that correct? All right. Can you explain to me why you would do that after the case was filed, you would pay? I mean, would you agree that that's not a necessary expense for your sustenance and living?
Oh, boy. Yeah, it's about dying.
Well, it is in the sense that if
Ron's going to kick it soon.
And that,
I mean,
lapses, that
I shouldn't be laughing, but this is hysterical.
Issue for our living.
Well, it's not, you're not getting, it's life insurance. So nobody would get a payout until somebody dies, right?
Imagine how much he's worth.
Correct. With this particular policy, yes.
I mean,
okay, so I
pause.
help me understand and how.
To be fair, I mean, what is more important, the 30-year life insurance policy when your husband is been the only source of income, also is worth a shit ton of money, or was, and could demonstrate he could have brought in however much for however long. It's going to be a big insurance payout, which will solve their problems most likely. So
I know, but I love that they're like, Ron's worth more, I love that they're like the Kelly Blue Book value on Ron, Ronana. He's better. It's like the insurance is like, look, it's a total loss. I'd get a new car.
Oh no.
It's like, what the
actual fuck? Like when you think about it.
As the judge is like, yeah, we understand you're closer to the Grim Reaper, but you still have debtors to pay.
Okay, you know what? South Florida thrifter, you're not wrong. This is egregious. Paying Ron's life insurance instead of the mortgage sounds so Corey Richins-ish to me.
It is.
It very much is.
But I also can see the desperation of the alternative, which is not paying it, losing him because he is at the end of his life, and then also losing your life insurance policy that's lapsed. So
yeah.
I get. But I don't necessarily think it's a sign of any ill intent, because I mean he's very old and sick. But yeah, I do understand her position. I do.
Is it like a joint? Like, is it on both of them, or is it just like Ron's life insurance?
No, I think it's on both of them. It's on whichever one goes. So a 30-year life insurance policy, to let that lapse, it's a big deal. That's true. But also,
I'm also like, what also bad lapsing? A 30-year mortgage.
Yeah, that's also true. But they've decided it's not worth as much as Ron.
Well, yeah, but then again,
Oh.
it's a very calculated, and they didn't look at all the risks. So it's really, really it's irritating because this is supposed to be like we are at the end of our rope. We're willing to sell off, try to give you guys as much back. We'd like to live with a little bit of dignity. Please help us. Not we'd like to game the system and keep everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Like maybe there was a way. See, this is why she should have an attorney. A bankruptcy attorney would
Yeah.
have helped her with all of this stuff. And I feel like, gosh, Jan, just get an attorney.
Like, why, knowing that you don't know any of this stuff, would you still go through trying to file a lawsuit? Like, oh, I
Yeah.
don't know about any of this, but I'm gonna try and file this bankruptcy, even though I have no idea what I'm doing, and I want to hire a lawyer, but I don't have enough money because of the like.
Well, when we get
I
to the
just
disbursements and how much money they've actually paid out in the last 15 months or so, there's no
oh
excuse for
my
them not having
god.
a bankruptcy lawyer, which would cost them literally like $3,000. Like, get the banker. Okay, sorry. Let's just keep going because this is a 2-hour video.
Paying life insurance is a necessity while you're in a Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Well, because it's, I view it as something that is a necessity. Yeah.
Okay, you're saying
we
that,
have
but
to-
you're not getting any money
the life-
currently from that life insurance policy, right? That's money that would only come to you in the event that either you or Mr. Owens passed away.
Correct, but it's been a policy for 30 years, for probably more than 30 years. So to allow it to lapse would seem to be not a very responsible decision.
Okay, but you think that it was more important to pay life insurance instead of your mortgage on your home you're living in?
Oh,
Well, when you put it like
so
that,
oof.
Issue with regard to the mortgage, as I say, we have been trying to deal with the mortgage company for quite a while. We have had different violations, and the $2,900 that we paid to the life insurance would not have done anything with regard to saving the home. It just wouldn't have been enough money to save the home.
No, but
Are
it's
you
something
sure?
that you could have made that kind of payment to show some kind of good faith effort to try to pay your mortgage, but you
Yeah.
opted instead to pay life insurance, right?
No, I disagree with that from the standpoint that if you had seen the statements that we were getting from the mortgage company, we were getting statements indicating that the only thing that would save the house would be to make a full payment of the arrears, or alternatively, a full monthly payment of the amount that was due. There was absolutely no indication that $2,900 would have gone anywhere to save the home. And as I say, at that point also, the home was scheduled for a foreclosure auction anyhow for, I believe it was July the 28th. So it didn't seem like a $2,900 payment would have, done anything at all to save the house at that point. And we also, again, had been dealing with the mortgage company. We had just sent them a letter about a notice of error and issues that we were bringing up to them. So it was, the mortgage issues were in dispute at that point.
All right. Well, do you know whether the foreclosure is going to proceed? I believe it's at the end of July.
We were notified after we brought up our concerns with regard to the violations that we believe have happened in terms of the mortgage. We were notified that they have pushed out the foreclosure auction to September the 29th. And our hope is that we will be able to reach some sort of a resolution before then.
Okay. All right. I'm going to turn now. I want to talk to you about the GoFundMe account or whatever you call it, I guess, GoFundMe account that you set up. Or, well, let me ask you, are you the person that set up that GoFundMe page for Mr. Owens?
The GoFundMe was the idea of friends of ours who knew that we were really in a difficult situation at that point, and suggested that based on the goodwill and the tremendous support and following that my husband has had over the years, that it would be a good thing to reach out to people who might want to help.
Okay, and so who's the person that authored
Here we
the
go.
request for the donations on GoFundMe? Who wrote that?
Laura Owens. I mean, allegedly.
That was initially
This is where it gets
authored by someone who was a friend who at the last minute decided, once they were really aware of what was going on with the smear campaign against us, did not want their name
let's get the
attached
smear
to it.
campaign counter ready.
Take a drink.
I have administered the funds. The funds were going into my husband's account, and I administered them going to pay the bills after that.
Okay, so, but I need to know the name of the person who authored the GoFundMe donation request.
Well, I'm the one who posted it.
Well, I asked who authored it. Who's the person that chose these words? Who wrote it?
It was the work of friends of ours who had said.
Well,
this
you
is
said
what
it was
we
one
should-
friend
For
that
the
doesn't
love of
want to be
Cheetos.
involved, and I'm sorry, but I need to know his name.
Yes.
What's his name?
Well, then go ahead and say it was me, because I
Oh no!
No,
No,
You can't. You can
Miss.
you are
No.
not Hillary Clinton. Say the name, damn it.
like
You just told them it was someone else. You can't then turn around and be like, "Well, just say it was me." Is her daughter not her daughter, or what? Like, well, I'll just lie under oath right now, and I'll just tell you I'm doing it. Just say it was me, then. Just say it was
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
seriously.
federal bankruptcy judge, don't worry about lying on the record. I say it's okay.
Ma'am, this is court. You are under oath. You cannot say 2 seconds after you said it was someone else. Well, all right, we'll say it was me.
Yeah, I mean, what is going on here?
How,
You know,
like,
I feel like I'm in a normal dimension, and then this pops up, and I'm like, no, we are in the stupid dimension.
God.
it's like she did take an oath before she sat down. She realizes this is like an actual court proceeding. Oh no, just tell him it was me. It's fine. It's cool beans.
Oh,
Like,
God.
No bigs. It'll be good.
God, this is funny.
Owens, you already testified.
I'm saying it was people who were friends of ours had said, this is what you should do.
I
And
understand.
then, as I say, okay, well,
But-
I'm
No,
so
you
I'm-
said that you indicated that there was one individual who wrote out this request for the donations, and that after drafting it, that person did not want to be associated any longer with the GoFundMe due to what you call a smear campaign. I need to know the name of that. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. I
No,
need to know the name
impossible.
of the individual who wrote this donation request. I know you're trying to resist it. I know that person doesn't want to be involved, but they are involved. So you need to give me the name of the individual, please.
Well, I finalized it. I'm the
Oh,
one
for
that
the love of
finalized it.
Cheetos.
Oh, God.
These were informal
what she's asking.
conversations about what should be said, and I finalized it, and it was informal conversations with more than one friend who suggested it. So I finalized it. I posted it.
Okay. So you're not going to give me the name of that individual. Is that correct? I don't want to know why I'm
That's the
asking.
thing.
Are you going to give me the individual's name, yes or no, that you said that originally authored this?
I'm saying put it on me. I'm saying I'm the one that posted it. I finalized it.
But that's not-
I posted it.
Like, is she trying? She's like trying to do some martyr thing. Like, oh, just put it on me. Just put, like, lady, nobody. This isn't some like jailable offense. She's not like trying to send you to prison for life. She just wants to
Right.
know the name of the damn
I am
friend
going-
who said the GoFundMe.
No, this is weird. Without the camera, I am in full Fluxx seething mode. This is the part of humanity. Look, this is my tism coming out, but y'all want to know why I don't people this. Clearly, one person is stating a direct thing and the other person is not in the conversation at all. And y'all expect me to be able to figure out how the hell y'all are peopling when one person is having a cogent conversation and the other person is not listening at all. And this is, oh my God, I'm so
Oh, it gets
ragey
worse.
right now.
Oh, it gets
Is
worse.
yeah, and it's the intentional misunderstandings that really
It
gets me.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
we
the
all know you're not this
intentional
stupid.
miscomprehension. It's like, "But so I was gonna get a lawyer." "No, why didn't you do this?" "Well, the smear campaign." It's, like, really big, and
Oh,
you
by
are
the way, the
not
smear
the
campaign
same.
counter is at 1. We're counting
Well,
smear campaigns.
does it count when Jennifer says it? Because she's also said it one time. She's like, "I know you're trying to blame the online
Oh,
smear
yes,
campaign."
it does. So
So it's
we're at
technically
2? Okay.
2.
All right, I'll
Yeah.
change
We
it.
are
Yeah.
I'll change it.
And also, I don't know if you guys caught it, but I was getting vibes from Lynette deposition where God, why can't I remember his name? Lawyer is just like, let me finish, please let me finish. Please let me finish during her deposition when
Oh,
she's
yeah.
just trying to get through,
Yes.
like he's just trying to get through his questions and
Without
she's
getting
spouting off.
interrupted.
And
Dave
it's like, no,
Neal.
please let me just
Dave
Mhm.
Neal, he's here. He says Jan Black bought me a nice Macy's jacket, totally unrelated.
Hell
Doggone
yeah.
it.
But that's not what you said. You
Oh.
originally said somebody else drafted it. And my question to you is, are you going to give me the name of the person that you testified a few moments ago initially drafted this donation request? Are you going to
I
give
would
me
pay
that
her
name yet?
$20 to say Kaiser Sose.
I said that there were informal conversations.
Oh, for God's
I
sake.
finalized it, that there were informal conversations, and at the last minute, it was like, no, I don't want to be a part of this. I can't put my family out to be targeted by these people.
So
it's
who
her
was that
family.
person that said that to you?
I finalized it.
No, who
finalized
was
it,
that
and then
Who was that person?
I-
Hold on, let me finish. Who was the individual that said to you, I don't want to be a part of this? Who was that?
I don't
Your
want
mom?
to give their name
Okay.
because, as I say, these were informal conversations. I was the one who finalized it. I'm taking full responsibility. These were informal conversations with people who said, this is what these are the things that we ought to say, and this is what will
Say deep
touch
throat.
people.
Just say
But
deep.
I finalized it. I posted
Oh.
it, and I have administered
Oh my God, shut up.
Yeah,
the
I want to
funds.
shake her.
Right. But the reason that I'm asking for this, Miss Owens, is because it's important to understand what the intent was when this was drafted. And you initially said that family friend drafted this, but it's apparent to me that you are not going to give me the name of that person. So I'm going to move on. But you are now saying that you're going to take full responsibility for the drafting and posting of this GoFundMe post and request for donations, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask you then. You tell me, what was the specific purpose of, and I need specifics. Don't give me generalities. I want to know the specific purpose. What specific money were you looking to raise for what specific purpose from the GoFundMe?
To get caught up on our mortgage at that point and to pay down credit card bills and to cover our expenses. We were at a point where I think we had just very, very little in the bank account, very little. It was a bad situation.
Okay, so the posting mentions profound challenges arising from medical struggles suffered by Mr. Owens, correct?
I don't have the post here. I don't have it. So I'm relying on you to quote it.
Well, no.
Wait a minute.
You just said you were going to take full
You
responsibility.
don't have
for
your
what was-
own motions?
Why
no,
show
she
up
doesn't
to
have her
court
own
with any of your
GoFundMe.
paperwork?
She doesn't have her own GoFundMe. She can't go to Google's via the internets and look it up. And you will
She can't-
find that she doesn't have anything she submitted to Jennifer Gaimo. She has nothing. And that's
I
why
think
Jennifer
this is
wants to haul her in person so she can slap things in front of her and go, "Did you write this document?"
I think this is one of the best cases of it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission that I've ever seen. This whole thing is just like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know the process. I'm too dumb and stupid to hire a lawyer. Like, come on.
Yeah, or I'm in the process of finding a lawyer. Not like the yellow pages don't exist.
Yeah. Like, you can't just, she could have hired Saran Wrap. He'll do anything for any amount of money. I mean, he would have done it. Saran Wrap's a bankruptcy attorney. Of course, I don't know if he has a license in Arizona, but maybe he knows someone who does. I'm sure there are lawyers out there who would take the case. Ugh. All right, what's next? I'm sure it gets worse.
Oh, yeah.
Said in there and posting it. It's still up on the GoFundMe. You're aware of that, right?
Right.
Okay. So
No.
on your computer right now, are you able to pull it up while you're talking to me?
I don't have my computer with me right now.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
Eves isn't working.
Computer.
Okay, so as the person who authored and is 100% responsible for the posting of this donation request, do you recall that the post referenced Mr. Owens' extreme medical troubles?
Yes.
Okay. So do you agree that the suggestion from this post was that you needed money to cover medical bills?
No, that was not. It was simply saying that he had extreme medical struggles and that there were financial struggles as well. They were not tied together. It was simply saying that there were that he'd had all of these medical issues, and on top of that was dealing with financial issues as well.
Okay, because
I don't think there's nothing in there that specifically says it was for medical bills.
Well, it doesn't say that, but it does say, and I will quote you, today, Ron is facing profound challenges. After living with Parkinson's disease for 23 years, his health battles have intensified. He has courageously faced not only Parkinson's, but also 4 bouts with cancer, most recently colon cancer, and serious heart issues. Now, this is the very important part here, Miss Naylor. These medical struggles have taken a toll, both physically and financially, on the man who has been a pillar of strength for so many. So you see how I tie the medical struggles to the financial? Because you say it right there. These medical struggles have taken a toll both physically and financially. So what did you mean by that when you put that in the donation request?
Good question.
Well, we have had, he hasn't been able to work, so he hasn't been able to do, financially support the family.
Do the money.
So yeah, there is that.
Okay, so
Even
you're saying that as a
So,
result of
yeah.
your medical struggles,
So,
it
yeah.
took a toll on Mr. Owens financially to the point
She
where
says that
you're
a
saying
lot.
he couldn't
So, yeah.
support the family.
So,
Well,
yeah.
yes. I mean,
Is she not allowed to get a
part of it.
job?
Yeah.
What I want to know is he's retired. How is he's not support, like his pension is supporting the family.
Yeah, and it's
what do you
Yeah,
mean
that's what I
you can't
thought.
20 and it's 21,000 a month with what he gets and she gets together. Think about $21,000 a month and how much
you know what
money
I
that
could-
actually is.
I know. Do
you know what I could do with $21,000 a month?
the wigs I
lot?
would buy? I would be in full Ren Fair stuff. Like me and the quartering would be at every Renaissance fair. I'd be invited.
God.
He'd be denied, but we'd be there.
That they just can't, they cannot downsize and live like normal people. They've always lived like celebrities, and they will not make the changes that you need to do to retire and live on a budget. And on a $21,000 a month budget, that is a very nice life.
Yeah,
They could have a sweet
incredible.
condo. They could have a sweet condo with even an extra room for Laura. They could still take care of her, but the way they spend money is insane. And we're going to learn more about that as this goes on. And it's going to blow your mind when you find out how many payments they made out of their bank accounts in 15 months.
Okay, I do have a question. What is, Miss Naylor not able to work? Because I understand the father is retired, but she seems to be physically okay, at least in the "My dad needs the perfect chair" video.
Well, and she's a retired journalist or something. I'm sure she could freelance something.
Oh my
But
God.
even so, she doesn't need to work. 21,000 a month is enough for them to live on and support a
Damn it,
daughter
Megan. I want
very
the
well.
Machado Naylor crossover. I'm an accelerationist.
Oh,
Good
but like
Lord.
$21,000 a month, like honestly, and that's why we're all cheering for the IRS in this situation, because all of us see that $21,000 and we're like, we could literally never have to work again if I mean, I could probably support a couple of my friends or like my family, be like,
honest to
come live on
goodness.
this.
Yeah.
Like, holy
They just need to cut their expenses. Their expenses are Macy's, which is ridiculous. You shouldn't have a Macy's card.
Yeah, and who's
They should have
renting
no
horses?
debt. Get rid of that house. Get rid of the horses. Like there's so much they could do to get money right now. And instead of declaring bankruptcy, they could have sold the house, downsized. There's so much they could have done. Cut their monthly expenses.
Yeah.
They do not need Barry's boot camp is not a necessity of life, and yet Laura goes there every single day. Well, who pays for that? Her parents. So, I mean, come on. Barry's boot camp, you can go to Planet Fitness for $15 a month.
Yeah,
Also,
and
she has a car, right? And she drives.
Uh-huh.
But doesn't she also get seizures, and you're not supposed to drive if you get seizures?
I guess, but some people with medication, I guess you can do it. I don't know. All right, let's move on. What are we, 5 minutes into this? God, no.
Hey,
We've
we're
made it
almost
24.
24.
Oh,
And
we're
that's
doing
like
well.
half the time we've been streaming. Yeah, we're
I
doing
know.
phenomenal.
Wow.
When we don't look at each other,
Award.
see, it's
Right?
our faces. We distract each other because I'll make
With
a
our
face because
faces.
I think of something funny, and then you're like, oh my gosh.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
We are
Okay, but
functional if we
at the
can't see each
time
other.
that this was posted, Mr. Owens and you were collecting at least $14,000 a month in pension income, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so let me ask you: were there any specific medical bills that you intended to be able to pay using GoFundMe funds?
Not that I recall, but again, the way that it was phrased, the way that I recall it being phrased, it was not indicating that this was to pay for medical bills. It was that we had financial struggles as well.
So what you mentioned earlier is that you wanted,
but this was also months before. This was 8 months before we filed for Chapter 13. This was to help us to try to avoid having to file for bankruptcy because we were in that kind of a difficult situation.
Okay, well, let me just back up. You mentioned that the GoFundMe funds you intended to use to pay your mortgage and pay credit card bills and get out of debt. That's what you just said a few moments ago, correct?
Oof.
Correct.
Dang
Okay.
it.
So basically,
Ouch.
what you're really telling me is that you were using the GoFundMe
Did
to
she
clear
just laugh?
yourself of debt.
No, that was me.
Oh.
Is that
I was just like, so wait,
back
you're
it up
telling
5
me.
seconds because I think Jennifer had a little scoff in her voice. I'm not kidding. I don't think it was your laugh. I think it was hers. She had a little
the
snicker.
GoFundMe to clear yourself of debt. Is that what you're
Back
saying?
a little bit more. A little bit more.
Of debt me is that
Correct.
okay? So basically, what you're really telling me
There it
that
is,
you
right there.
are using the
Yep, she snickered.
Correct.
Listen, yeah, she snickered.
It's like,
Basically,
telling me.
what you're really telling me is that you were using the GoFundMe to clear yourself of debt.
Oh no,
What?
they got her.
Is
They
that what
got
you're
her
saying?
so bad she was adding a K. She was like, "You're telling me."
You're telling me.
I mean, I would also, my guests would also be flabbered. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, getting a GoFundMe to pay off my debts. Holy shit.
Yeah, we said financial struggles.
But you were using
in the go.
but so what you're saying,
financial stuff,
right?
Yeah, she's snorting.
Right, but I'm asking really what you were doing was using GoFundMe to clear yourself of debt. You just said that, right?
We were using it to try to avoid foreclosure, to try to get caught up on
I avoid
try
debt for the love of God.
pay bills,
Join the conversation.
financial struggles. Yes, that's what GoFundMe is for.
Well, typically, isn't it used to help people pay ongoing bills that they need to, to pay rent and to pay for groceries? Hold on, somebody is on the line. Is there somebody with you in the room, Miss Naylor, behind you that is talking?
Probably Laura.
Absolutely not. Just
Okay.
me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you, the two of you. Okay.
So right
I
next
need
to her.
everybody to mute their phones. So everybody,
Oh, this
listen.
part gets weird,
You
I
need to
think.
mute your phones. Somebody has their phone unmuted.
I mean, in the end,
I
it's
kinda
unlikely.
like
I mean,
Laura.
other than your one weird case, I don't ever remember the late file. They're appointed. Anyway.
What?
Okay. Hold on one second.
No, let's go with that case. That one's funner.
A late child appointment. What?
You think how young we were when we had a child. Just to get her.
Oh my God. What is happening?
I don't know, but that's a cooler conversation. I
Think
say we
how
go join
young
that
we
one.
were.
Honestly, my theory is that it was someone in her office because she says, hold on. She gets up, leaves. You hear a little that muffled. And then when she comes back, it sounds like she closes the door and she goes, I think I figured it out. And it doesn't happen again.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was somebody and like an intern in her office. And it's kind of funny.
Crap.
Because here she goes
How
to
young
leave.
we were when we had a child. Just to get her.
Awkward silence.
She walks
Do
back in,
it.
Okay.
closes her door.
I think I took care of the problem.
Oh no.
Okay. So, but
That
the bottom
intern
line
is
is
no
that
more.
you were saying that you wanted to pay past debt, including credit card debt, right?
Well, yeah, because if the credit cards weren't paid, we wouldn't have, the opportunity to continue to pay for food and basic expenses.
Well, like, for example, one of the credit cards that you deemed it necessary to generate funds from a donation through GoFundMe was Macy's. You thought it was essential to get donations to pay your Macy's bill?
We also.
I'm asking, no. But hold on. You have to answer my questions, Miss Naylor. I am asking you, did you think it was necessary to ask for donations through GoFundMe to pay a Macy's credit card bill?
We didn't ask for donations to GoFundMe to pay a Macy's bill. No, we did not.
However, that's what you used. Hold on. However, you admit that you used GoFundMe funds to partially pay a Macy's credit card bill.
No.
Does Macy's
No.
sell
We had
food?
pension and Social Security money. We had pension and Social Security money.
Autistic question
that
here because
also
I don't
came in
know.
that month that would have been used
I don't think
to
so.
pay a Macy's
I didn't
bill
think
of
so, but
whatever it
like
would have been.
bougie
I
people
have
have
no
bougie stores.
idea what it would have been, but not a sizable amount. We did have pension and Social Security money that would have paid for that, and we did not ask for GoFundMe money to pay a Macy's bill. No.
Okay, well, do you recall last week providing me with a document entitled Accounting of GoFundMe Funds?
Yes,
And who drafted that?
I did.
Okay. So, and that was just last week that you gave that to me, correct?
Correct.
Oh Lord.
Okay. So on item number 3, I don't know if you have a copy of it in front of you, but item number 3, and you can look at this after we're done, but item number 3 says itemized list of quote necessities payments for the calendar year 2025. Do you recall having listed that in your accounting of the GoFundMe funds?
Yes.
And one of the credit cards that you list here as being a necessity, you made 10 payments to Macy's. It's on your GoFundMe accounting.
10
Are you
payments?
denying now that you used GoFundMe funds to pay a Macy's bill when that's what you said in the accounting you gave me last week?
Damn it,
I
when
was
my own
being
words come back to haunt
transparent
me.
in terms of showing you what monies had gone out of our main checking account and what they had gone to pay for. If I hadn't included that we had paid Macy's bills, that would have been incorrect. But did we ask for GoFundMe money for Macy's? No. Did we have Social Security and pension income that had covered that? Yes.
Well,
so I was trying to be very transparent in terms of showing exactly everything that had been paid out of our account and, everything that had gone in.
Well, that's actually incorrect because I have your bank statements and there was a lot more money going out than the payments that you list on the GoFundMe accounting.
Whoops.
You picked specific
Oopsie poopsie.
payments in your accounting of the GoFundMe funds that added up to $144,000. So you did not itemize all the payments that went out of all of your accounts, correct?
Ooh.
It's a
No,
lot.
I thought, you had said that it would be difficult for you to try to look at all of those. I had tried to give you absolutely everything and be as transparent as possible.
I understand that's what you were trying to do, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate that you gave me a document titled Accounting
She
of
keeps saying
GoFundMe
it. I don't think
Funds,
she
and
understands what it
included
means.
in the list of necessities
no.
are 10 payments to Macy's that you included as an account on the accounting of the GoFundMe funds. Are you denying now that you used GoFundMe funds to pay Macy's bills?
I am telling you that it was an attempt to be transparent as to what had gone out from our main checking account over
Oh boy.
10 months.
She's not as good
however
as her
long.
daughter
I have
is.
done nothing except get
again,
pregnant by the
we
fucking
did have-
bachelor.
Yeah, can we get the pinch hitter in?
She's really struggling to stay on top of it.
Oh, this is not good.
Steven called me a dumbass.
Jan, I think you might need to call for help. Oh, phone a
needs-
friend.
Yeah, or the lifeline thing. Phone a friend, because
Yes,
wow,
yes.
Wow.
I mean,
And
even
so
a
the Social
recently
Security
deceased
money-
attorney would be better at this point.
Yes. Scott Stark, is he
Seriously.
available?
Dr. Spock.
coming in that certainly would have covered the GoFundMe.
But that was
would
not
cover-
but you didn't itemize all disbursements from your account in this accounting, did you?
I believe we did. We gave you everything.
No.
We gave you the statements from.
I'm
No.
talking
We gave you
about
the statements.
I'm talking about the document that you gave me called Accounting of GoFundMe Funds. You gave me that document last week, correct?
Correct.
And you start off by saying GoFundMe made 151 payouts totaling about 132,000. Use of funds, summary use of funds. And you list a summary how payments were $66,000 was paid to the first and second mortgage. $47,000 were paid to credit cards and consumer loans. And then you itemize how that $47,000 was calculated. And included in that are Macy's payments. So according to your accounting, the Macy's was part of the way that you used the GoFundMe funds.
Well, again, then you would have to separate that from the pension and Social Security money that we had coming in.
Well, we did separate it. In fact, according to your own accounting, this is you used this accounting to show exact who. Hello.
Oh God, not again.
Who's that? Is that Mr. Owens?
Sounded like Mr. Owens.
I thought it was Mr. Owens.
Okay, do you have something you want to add?
No.
Do you have something you want to say, Mr. Owens?
No, nothing.
Okay, I heard somebody speak.
Because
There was somebody else that wasn't us speaking on the line.
It sure sounded like Ron.
Yeah,
All right,
it did.
so let me just tell you though.
Is he being held hostage and like that was his
Blink
cry for help?
twice.
And she was like, no. He's just and like
I'm telling you, this
Jennifer's
man
like,
needs
do
to
you
get
need
away.
help?
He thought
it
all those
kinda
men
sounded
were
like-
there to take him out of the house and get him away from this estrogen hysteria.
When you gave me this accounting of GoFundMe funds, I do want to note, according to your own accounting, only $243,000 of the over $132,000 of GoFundMe funds was used to pay medical copays, according to your accounting, correct?
Wait, you said 243,000?
No, 200.
I-
I'm looking at your accounting, and I think you need to look at your accounting with me so that we're on the same page here. And if you can't do that, then I'm going to have you come in for a full deposition, and I'll use these as exhibits and have them in front of you. I'm giving you the opportunity now to avoid that. If you could pull up your own accounting that you sent me.
I'm going to have to go get my computer and sign in and everything.
All right, then we will do that.
Okay, why don't you just explain to me again? This was all.
Yeah, go get your
stuff that
computer,
was
Dan.
Before
Go get it.
This was 8 months before we even filed for Chapter 13. So I'm a little unclear as to why, except for the smear campaign that was been hounding on this. I'm unclear as to why. Chapter 11.
All right, somebody needs to mute their phone and please repeat. It's very annoying for the people that are on here. If you want to be a part of this, you need to mute your
That
phone.
sounded like Ron too.
Say that again, Miss
convinced
Owens,
it was
because I didn't
Ron.
hear you.
No, I was saying I just am unclear as to what this was 8 months before we filed for Chapter 13. This was an attempt to avoid having to file for bankruptcy. And I'm just unclear as to what it has to do with the Chapter 11. I'm just seriously, I'm just asking, excepting for the fact that that this online smear campaign has been hounding this and trying to, they've tried to hound every aspect of our lives. So
Okay.
I just don't know what it has to do with
Oh,
Chapter
smear
11.
campaign.
It was
Smear.
I
a year and a half before Chapter 11.
I understand that you'd like to think it's not relevant, but it is, and I don't have time, and it's not appropriate really for me to kind of advise you on the relevance, the legal relevance of determining the disposition of the GoFundMe funds. But we can go back to the medical. I mean, I'm just looking at your own accounting, and it says that medical copays were of the $132,000 that you received from GoFundMe, only $243 went to medical copays, according to your own accounting. Do you recall putting that in your accounting? that you
Ron
gave
is
me?
asking for help.
Yes,
I
and
think
it
he's
probably
trying
was
to
more than that. That
to
was what I could come up with. At the last minute. Again, I was putting this together without the help of an attorney and putting it together
And that's your fault.
very quickly. And again, the GoFundMe did not say that it was for medical bills. It did not say that. It said
No, it
because of
heavily
financial
implied.
struggles.
Okay. Well,
No.
are you saying that I can't rely on the accounting that you provided me?
Uh-oh.
I wouldn't.
That it's not accurate?
Shit.
Yeah, I would.
I'm saying that I am human. I am not an attorney.
Shit.
I did the
I am
very
not a
best to
monster.
be as
I'm a human
transparent as
being.
possible. It seemed to me very obvious from the GoFundMe deposits. It seemed very easy to see where the GoFundMe money then was transferred into our main checking account and then went to pay bills.
Okay.
And that it was exhausted in the first couple of months. I think the issue has been that people are thinking that somehow there was money left over from GoFundMe that we're hiding, and it seems to me very transparent that the money went to pay bills, again, because as it has been said in the GoFundMe, whatever you want to call it, pitch, that
You
we had serious financial struggles.
Okay.
And it did not say it for medical bills or medical copays. It said
I understand that.
Medical challenges,
I don't
many
care
of
if it
them.
allegedly
Okay.
or
But wouldn't you
specifically
agree
did.
though that by mentioning all of Mr. Owens' medical ailments, the implication was that the money was needed to help fund
Yes.
health and medical expenses?
Yeah.
Would you agree
It
with
was
that? Yes or
heavily
no?
implied.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay, that's fine. That's enough. You don't need to explain. You don't need to explain.
She's a
It was a
liar.
simple yes or no question. So you
God,
don't
don't
agree
explain.
that the implication from your GoFundMe donation request that the money was going to be used for medical and health bills. You don't agree.
No, it was an update for
Okay.
his listeners, his followers, his supporters.
Sure, Jan.
Who have been loyal with him over 46 years.
Hold on, Miss Owens. Miss Owens, I'm going to have everybody on the phone right now who's on here check their phone and make
Dear
sure
Lord,
it's
just
on
mute
mute.
them.
This is a recurring problem, and I'm
sounded
not
like Ron.
sure. I
Yeah.
might have to stop the meeting and have this.
I'm fairly certain it's Ron every time.
Yeah, me too. The first time I heard
He
it, I was like,
escaped his
oh, it's gotta
kennel.
be. The first time I heard it, I thought maybe people are just being bad, but no, it sounds like him every time. The same tone of voice.
Like he's trying to interject, but he's just like, so he doesn't really say much.
Yeah, I think
And
it's
then she's-
Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and this man has not gotten a word edgewise since 1973.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I
This
ask
is
that we
going
do
well.
this meeting not in a
Very, very well, I think. Yep.
public forum because this is interrupting whoever is on the line. I know we have a lot of people on the line, but if you are not Mr. Owens or Miss Naylor, your phone must be muted. I am not going to keep doing this. I understand that there's public interest in this hearing, but you cannot have your phone on not on mute. You are interrupting this hearing, this proceeding. So please, everybody who's on this phone call right now, check your phones and make sure that it's on mute, please. Okay, we're going to have to, if this happens a couple of more times, then I'm going to continue this and I'm going to ask that instead you have you come in and we'll do a 2004 examination and that will be private. I cannot keep dealing with these interruptions through people failing to keep their phones muted. Okay, so let me just ask you, and I to be clear, you would agree that payments to a Macy's credit card would not in any way alleviate Mr. Owens' medical struggles, right? You would admit that pretty obvious fact, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
And you say that the wording said that it was financial struggles.
Well, I mean, if Jan got a nice little number
did you
and
ever
it made him feel good for a couple minutes, couldn't that be creatively thought of as, this is how I budget, so this is how I get in trouble because I'm like, no, but crafting makes me feel better, so therefore I can use the credit card to buy craft stuff because it is a
And it's
medical
medical
expense.
supplies. Yeah, I get that. Totally.
Mr. Mo did not like that. He is the Queen Jennifer and I am the Jan because he's like, what are these? And I'm like, what? See, I have a friend who helped me with this, but they cannot be named due to critical safety issues.
This entire bankruptcy could be chalked up to girl math.
Oh yeah,
it really could.
100%.
I thought it was all on quad pay. We're rich in quad payments.
state in any responses to donations or any public statements that the funds were being used for things like your Macy's bill?
Absolutely not, because
she's not going to drop the Macy's bill.
In my view, those
she's so pissed off about the Macy's
that were
bill.
being covered by our pension and Social Security.
But you'll agree that according to your accounting of the GoFundMe funds, you state that some of the funds were used for Macy's.
Just a scope.
Again, that would, I think we're going to have to agree to disagree on this one. I have explained how I interpreted it. My effort was to be transparent about absolutely everything we had paid out of all of our accounts. There was no intent to hide anything. And like a lot of people, we had a Macy's bill.
Right. So I understand. So
I don't
what you're
have a
saying
Macy's
is that
bill.
when you did this accounting,
a lot of people have a Macy's. I don't think a lot of people have a Macy's bill.
No,
just FYI.
No, they do not.
I don't think that.
Ladies,
yeah.
I'll be right back. I have to make a phone call. Hold it down for me.
Oh,
Okay.
no, that's fine. I mean, I'm over here looking at random sensory toys because I know I'm going into the Lindsay Clancy case. So I know I'll need like random fidget spinners, and my kids have all stolen mine. And even there, I have a budget. It's not like I'm like, you know what? I'll just put a GoFundMe up, make people pay for my Sears card.
Hell yeah.
you understood that the accounting of the GoFundMe funds was a request to determine how you used the $132,000 approximate amount of GoFundMe funds, right? That's what you understood it to be?
Yes.
Yes. And you didn't think it was a request to show the U.S. trustee just itemize all the payments that came out of all of your accounts over an 18-month period, correct?
No, I actually did think that was
bullshit.
it, and that the GoFundMe was part of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I did think that you
so
transparency and was part of it.
So you're saying that you believed that when you were told by the judge is the one that ordered you to provide this accounting of the GoFundMe funds. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
And now if I submit this accounting that you provided to me and I say, Judge, this was the accounting that was provided to me by the debtors, are you going to deny that what you put in here was an itemization of how you used the $132,000 of GoFundMe funds? Will you deny that?
Well, not when you're using that tone of voice.
To deny anything. I'm trying to be very transparent. Again, we had other funds that came into our main.
You don't have to repeat yourself. I'm going to stop you. Because we are going to be here for hours and hours if you keep repeating yourself because you're just not answering my question. I'm going to ask one more thing about this. You said that you believe that the accounting of the GoFundMe funds was intended to give the U.S. trustee an itemization of all of the disbursements out of all of your accounts over the 18-month period. Is that what you're saying?
My understanding.
I'm asking you, is that what you're
was-
saying? Is that what you're saying? Yes or no?
Can you phrase that again?
Sure. A few moments ago, well, actually, why don't you just tell me in your own words, what did you believe that when the court ordered you to provide the U.S. trustee with an accounting of the GoFundMe funds, what in your mind did you think you were required to produce to the U.S. trustee?
My understanding, my interpretation was not that the court just wanted the GoFundMe. My interpretation of that was that they wanted everything. And so that's why I attempted to give.
But you didn't give them everything.
And why I told the judge.
Yeah, you didn't give him all of the
whenever
things.
it was when we had the status conference, when I said that we had turned over voluminous statements.
Word of the day.
I wanted to be very transparent. I didn't want to hide anything. And I did not think that the judge was specifically just asking for GoFundMe. I thought she was asking really for everything and to be transparent on everything. So that was what, I wanted to do.
Well, then I'm going to take a break. I want you to go get the accounting of GoFundMe funds that you sent me. I'd like to do that because I need to understand. That's what you're saying. So according to what you're saying, what you provided me was an itemization of all disbursements out of all 8 bank accounts over an 18-month period. Is that what you're suggesting to me?
I'm saying we gave you the bank statements. We gave everything that we thought would be, an issue. Everything that you might want to see. And as I say, what I had done when I had initially looked at the transfers from my husband's account that the GoFundMe money had gone into our main account, I thought it was very clear as to what had come in and what had gone out, and that
objection hearsay. Oh my God, I don't advocate.
I love that one.
God.
Holy shit.
This
so
is
that was, that was
maddening.
This, like, I want to start pulling my hair out, but I can't.
I am therapeutically putting so much crap in my Amazon cart that Mr. Mo is going to be like, do you think we have, just a horde of bunnies who will pay for all of your stuff? And I'm going to say no, but I can always dream. I can manifest.
Manifest the bunnies.
Oh,
Yes.
Lord.
that was my interpretation. And as I say, we can look at the GoFundMe. I stand by what we submitted to you, and as I say, I put the stuff together as fast as I could, as thorough as I could, and as transparent as I could. So,
Unacceptable.
Okay.
if you want to get the nuts and bolts on the GoFundMe, I can. I think that there are people on the line who are.
All right, enough. I can't, Miss Naylor, no. I'm not going to allow you to use this as a platform to just start going off. No.
Oh,
Stop.
yes.
Oh,
I had asked a very specific question. I want to
She's
at
trying
least
to
have you
blast
admit
again.
that you provided me with a document that you titled Accounting of GoFundMe Funds. Will you admit that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Of course.
And among the other items that you list is that you used funds to pay for ADT home security, correct?
You've got to be kidding me.
Correct.
And was that something that helped alleviate Mr. Owens' medical struggles?
Well, we have had threats on our life.
The answer is yes or no. Did that alleviate Mr. Owens' medical struggles by using GoFundMe funds to pay for ADT home security systems?
Well, we have medical.
Can I just, how do you pay for the security system, but not the home.
Please tell me they got
paint,
new
but not a
linoleum.
canvas.
I have done nothing except get pregnant by the fucking bachelor.
It's the same people that file bankruptcy without a lawyer. They're going to get the lawyer after.
Oh God.
Okay.
We have a medical alarm on there, yes, so that if we need to contact medical services, we can contact them through the ADT system, yes. And in fact, the night before last,
You know what this is missing?
My mother died.
What proof do you have that your mother died?
My mother did not die.
That's what we're missing here, Jan. Go for the mother died. Go for mother died. That's what you need right now. Go for it.
Don't need to know about the night before last. That's okay. Please try not to deviate. Please try not to deviate because we will be here all day. Also, among the items that you listed is that there was significant amount of money paid to life insurance from the GoFundMe funds. Is that correct?
If that was to catch up again on the life insurance is pretty important.
Well, life insurance is not important currently for your day-to-day existence, correct?
Oh shit.
Well, you're correct in that, but if something were to happen to my husband and we needed and there were a life insurance payout, it would help to pay for living expenses. So yeah, I think in a certain way it is important. And again, it's been a 30-year
Yeah, but it's just so crass
that we don't want to lapse. That he doesn't want to lapse, correct?
The implication of it.
Well, it would be so much better if Ron would say anything, Ron.
Wait, he is. He's starting to say yes, and he agrees with this. So wait, go back a little bit, because that is him.
We don't want to lapse. That he doesn't want to lapse, correct?
Yeah. If one of my illnesses determines.
I cannot understand you, Mr. Owens. You have to enunciate better or step away from the phone. It's very muffled.
Yeah, I let my wife talk. Go ahead.
No, I want to hear what you have to say. I'd like to hear from Mr. Owens. I just couldn't understand what he was saying. It sounded like he was on top of the phone.
Yeah. When I'm sitting here, I'm trying to do everything as best I can. I've got a lot of really painful issues going on right now. But what I'm trying to say is you can take anything that we've given to anybody and then just say, is this really count or this doesn't count? The point is, we are as transparent as possible. We don't have some kind of a fund in the I don't know, Costa Rica or something like that. We're not doing, we have nothing to hide. Everything we're doing is trying to give you exactly what you've asked us to do.
Okay. All right. So now I want to talk about you mentioning pension and Social Security income.
Hold on. Ron says they do not have any offshore accounts like in Costa Rica. I think the first place anybody should search is probably Costa Rica, but I don't know.
No, he has one in the Dominican Republic. He said Costa Rica has a red herring, and he's like, but the Dominican Republic. But he probably used the U.S. Dominican Republic and not the English one. So he's already they probably used a U.S. territory to hide their money because they're dumb.
And in fact,
Lord,
over an 18-month period, you had because I have all of your bank statements and I was able to calculate. You had $378,600 of income from pension and Social Security alone. Correct?
Holy shit.
Many Christmas.
In 18 months?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot, lady.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're saying that was those funds were not sufficient to cover your regular living expenses.
Well, again, the statements speak for themselves. You can see what came in and you can see what went out.
Well, I'm asking you, like you, at the time that you were collecting in an 18-month period, you had income from Social Security and pension of over $21,000 per month at the time that you asked for GoFundMe funds. And you're telling me that even though you had over $21,000 per month in combined income, which was guaranteed income from pension and Social Security, you still needed to ask for GoFundMe funds?
Because at that point, we had had a lot of expenses that we hadn't anticipated, and we also, our other sources of income had dried up. And
Fluxx, can you pause it?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I would give anything to just say, look, we have kind of a dysfunctional adult daughter who's a bit of a fuck up. We've sunk a lot of money into her, so where do we write that shit off? Because look, you're not going to get that back, and we're not going to get it back. So where do we figure this one out? Like, just be.
Where do we just write it
that's
off?
transparent.
Yeah.
That's transparent. That would be the kind of transparency I'm here
But see,
for.
this
Like,
is
look, we
why-
have kind of a screw up kid.
This is why she needs a lawyer, though, because a lawyer would have done all of that for them, would explain to the court they have a difficult adult daughter who they must pay for, and, and get it straightened out and report it correctly. But they didn't do any of that
Yes.
because
No.
this is all just drag it out as long as possible. That's why they don't have a lawyer, because they don't want it to move forward. It's anything to make it move as slow as molasses in January.
But Megan, there's a logic in that, but what did they think was eventually going to happen? Eventually they were going to run out of, because they tried to keep getting the judge to stay the foreclosure. Eventually you're going to run out of stays. I mean, what was their ultimate plan? Just to have everyone say mulligan?
I don't know.
See, and that's-
Yeah, I think they thought they'd be allowed to drop the case when they were ready to move on. I really do. That's what
I
they're
think
trying
so
to do right
too.
now. They're
Yeah.
trying to dismiss it for the second time. The second freaking time. All right, I have to
But
go make myself a sandwich. I will be in the chat. Continue on.
Okie dokie. We're in
Sounds
charge.
good. Oh no.
Oh, this is a terrible idea.
We've gotten in a bad
You'll be
situation.
fine.
Again, you can tell better than I can from looking at the statement.
Yes, I can. And I'll tell you that if you look at daily living expenses, right? And I'm looking at your Schedule Schedule J, and you just filed this. It was docketed yesterday. We're going to look at your Schedule J, and you actually did not properly add up the amounts. Do you have a copy of your amended schedules from yesterday?
Of course she doesn't have a copy.
Again, I don't have my.
Of course
my
she didn't
laptop
math.
Why would
here.
she have it?
Why would you
be-
math?
Doing this not in a room where I have access to that. I thought it was just telephonic.
Okay, well then I might have to have you come in. I'll do the best I can, but
Fluxx,
it's kind of frustrating that you don't have your own documents in front of.
She's like, I thought we would just have to bring my telephone. No, giblet head. Like, see, these are the kind of kids that got me in trouble in school, because my ADHD rage would be so irritated that they were unprepared and that.
Right?
This
It's
is-
like, this is a court hearing. What do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
even if you get a traffic ticket, show up with every, registration, insurance, all of the paperwork all of the time.
Yeah, because I don't want to
all
look
of the
like a
time.
dumbass. This is my biggest fear. This is why I constantly, pre-game conversations and everything is when I'm not intentionally trying to look like a giblet head, I do want to look somewhat intelligent. So, dear
Yeah.
Lord,
This is bad.
No.
If we look at
Who gave them the advice in the first place?
just utilities, mortgage,
Yeah.
healthcare, groceries, and
Someone
home
that hates
maintenance,
them.
you would have in excess of $3,000 a month of disposable income. If you just
The
look at your
whole
$20,000
Can
or
I
over
suffer like that?
$21,000 per month gross income.
Right? Like shit.
So
If
Like
you look at
suffering.
you said what? Utility, mortgage, and what?
utilities, mortgage, healthcare, groceries, and home maintenance. The things that I'm taking out,
And still
I
have 3,000
did
left
a
over?
thorough analysis of all of your
Lux,
bank
can we
statements, and there were
pause?
significant transfers.
Let's just imagine for a second, because I want to sit here in this imagined greed. But we have $3,000 a month to play with. I would have the entire Rivendell Lego collection.
But like, here's like, in my brain, I'm like, well, if I have $3,000 a month to play with, like, obviously I'm gonna invest 2,000 and leave 1,000. But why do that? Like, invest 2,500, and 500 is more than enough play money for a month.
Yeah,
And
you're
I'm like,
smart.
3,000. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
that's their play. She's giving them 3,000 a month in play money. Do you know what I could do for a
With
month?
3,000,
Like,
I
3,000
would
a
buy
month
an
for just
editor
right?
and a makeup artist.
I would have more of a professional setup and like, holy shit.
To your daughters. That's number one. So in some way, it sounds like the GoFundMe funds were being used. Well, let's just admit this. The GoFundMe funds were commingled with your income from pension and Social Security, correct?
They came
Of course,
in
it was done on purpose.
specifically to my husband's account, and the only thing else other than the GoFundMe that comes into that account for him is his Social Security.
Right.
And then we made transfers from his account to our main checking account to disperse for bills that needed to be paid.
All right, I'm going to ask my question again. So, based on what you just said, even though the GoFundMe funds were all going into the 0349 account, which is Mr. Owens' account, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Those monies were then transferred to other accounts and commingled with the funds in the other accounts, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So really, once you transferred the GoFundMe funds out of Ronn Owens' 0349 account, there was no way for us to be able to specifically account for how the GoFundMe funds were used, because now it was commingled with your pension and Social Security income as well as business revenue, right?
There was no business revenue coming in at that point.
Well,
if you're talking about when the GoFundMe came in, the main part of the GoFundMe was for I think January and February. I mean, it started in December of 2024, and I think the main part of it came in and went out in January and February, and I don't believe that there was business income coming in at that point on a significant level. I don't believe that it would have been commingled with any business income.
All right. Well, now we're going to turn to that, because that's actually a very false statement. I have your bank accounts,
Very false.
Ms. Naylor, and by August 14th of 2025, which was the date you filed your Chapter 13 bankruptcy, the LLCs had received, at that point, over $41,000 of business receipts. You're denying that? I mean, it says it on the bank statements. I can't understand you, Mr. Owens. Can't understand you. You gotta back up.
The bell rang and we had somebody at the door. We've taken care of the problem. So it's back to Jan.
Okay. I'm sorry. So you said that
I've done an audit of your bank statements, all 8 of them. It's thousand. It's like, you gave me like what, 8 accounts for 18 months. Each of them is about 400 pages. So I don't know the math on that, but I think it's over 3,000 pages of documents. You filed your bankruptcy, your Chapter 13 bankruptcy on August 14th, 2025, correct?
Correct.
And by that point, your LLCs in 2025 alone, so we're talking January 1st, 2025 to August 14th, 2025, your LLCs had generated over $41,000 of business receipts. You going to deny that?
Wow. What are their business?
No.
Okay. So you just said, you just said a few moments ago, you said, oh, at that time the businesses weren't making money. So do you want to change your answer to that?
Minor perjury.
Yeah, because there was money going out. Everything that was coming in was going out. I don't think that if you look at I think there's a pretty clear trail too with regards to the LLCs that that everything that was coming in was going out. There weren't any surpluses. They were going to pay.
But you got money.
Well, that's funny because I don't see the expenses, business expenses, as you're suggesting. I see.
Oh crap!
A lot of payments to Laura and to Sarah Owens. There was over $20,000 of payments to your daughter.
Wow.
Which
fifth. Plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth.
Time frame on the ones to Sarah.
Well, didn't you put that in? You tell me. I mean, you're asking me. You tell me. You filed yesterday.
Fluxx. Yes. I love my children, and if I happen to send over $21,000 in a Venmo, I'd member that.
Do I need to I feel like I should reach out to my mother and be like, hey, so parents just give their kids thousands of dollars. Can I get on that train? No?
There's there's a show I watch called Dairy Girls, and this one rich girl is talking about her trust fund. So all the regular kids are like, oh my God, yeah, we'll just go ask our parents for our trust funds. And they all go home asking about their trust funds.
This is insane. $20,000 for what?
I know. I mean,
for being the face of the company.
No, to Sarah.
What are their companies?
Laundering, maybe a little bit. Money laundering, probably.
I was going to say,
look, she's carrying on the Owens line or the Naylor Owens line. Or would it be the Naylor Owens hyphen whatever Sarah's last husband's
This is a
name
choice. This is a choice to not pay your mortgage or your creditors, but give your daughter $21,000. Wow.
I thought I wasn't the greatest with money. No,
I know. I'm feeling so adult.
Yeah, turns out I'm pretty okay with my money.
Yeah, because I'm over here, I feel guilty about my creative, budgeting, but I would never knowingly screw off house payment. Let's go party.
Yeah, I'm just not going to pay the mortgage this month.
You were saying that this was in the time period between the GoFundMe and the Chapter 13 filing. Is that what you're saying? That there were $20,000 in payments to Sarah then?
You made payments to. Well, no, I know that you just recently said that you made payments to Sarah within 2 years of this bankruptcy of over $21,000. But all right, let me see how we can.
And those were this year, and those were following the sale of a pony that we had. That was paid to Sarah this year.
Why was it paid to her?
Okay.
Yeah, is it her pony?
Well,
doesn't Laura do the pony?
The bottom line is, let's just back up.
Right.
I just want to focus. We're going to get away from the GoFundMe fund for a minute. When you filed your Chapter 13 bankruptcy case, at that point, you had your LLCs, based on the bank statements, had over $41,000 of business income, correct?
For what time period?
From January 1st, 2025 to August 14th, 2025.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yeah, I again, I don't have the figures here, but I'm obviously going with what you're saying for that time period from.
You admit in your amendment that you just filed that for the calendar year 2025, you put in your amended schedules filed yesterday that there were $81,059 worth of business revenue, gross income in the calendar year 2025. That's what you have on your amended schedule. Then you're standing by that, correct?
Okay, in all of 2025, 81,000.
I'm reading from your amended schedules. This is your statement that you signed under oath.
Right.
Okay. So I looked at the bank statements and I calculated the amount of income or revenue that had been generated before you filed the Chapter 13 case, which was on August 14th, 2025. And it was roughly $41,000. Do you have any reason to dispute that?
Not at all.
Okay. But yet,
whatever is true.
Okay. But yet, when you filed the Chapter 13 case, you completely failed to disclose any of that business income on your statement of financial affairs that you signed under oath, correct?
I believe that the thinking on that was that we didn't have anything in those accounts at that time, and that was why we did the Chapter 13, that there was no
because we spent the money already
from those.
No, we're talking about on the statement of financial affairs, you were required to list all gross income from a business for at the time, it would have been 2023, 2024, and for January 1st, 2025 till the date of the Chapter 13 filing. And you said none. And that was false.
Then that was incorrect.
So that was a false statement.
Correct. Well, I think that was a miscommunication between me and the attorney who was filing it. I had explained to him that we did have LLCs and that I felt that it was a personal bankruptcy, and we didn't have anything in those accounts at that time.
Well, the fact of the matter is it was a false statement, correct?
I don't have that Chapter 13 filing with me right now, and so I don't.
Plead the fifth, Jan.
Yeah, for the love of God.
I can't see it in person, so I can't really.
I plead the fifth.
Well, I'm telling you, looking at it right now. I'm looking
I plead the
docket
fifth.
number
I'm
1
not
from
going
case
to get
number 20.
myself criminally in trouble. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
I feel like Lynette would do it better.
Yeah.
She needs to. Holy shit.
Yeah, plead the fifth, Jan. You don't have an attorney, and this DOJ lawyer is not your friend.
No,
and
no, she doesn't seem to understand that the DOJ lawyer is adversarial. They're not like your accountant.
Right?
No, and if she can put her in jail, she will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so I was wondering about that real quick. Like, let's say, hypothetically, they get found to be caught all this fraud money, not paying taxes, all this stuff. I mean, what can really be done? Because jail is to correct behavior and protect society. Well, if you take away their ability to gather money or defraud people, and like, how do you correct this? How do you handle these types of people in society? Because sending them to jail, they're old. That's not going to do shit. Like, what do you do?
Hey, if Martha Stewart had to go to jail, Jan should have to go too. Sorry, but you commingled. You did a bunch of shit that lots of people end up in jail for. I don't want to hear about it. If that's what happens, that's what happens.
Stewart is cool.
She should have hired a lawyer, and she should have shut the fuck up. I don't know why she's not taking the fifth right now, but she needs to be.
Yeah. I mean, this is the absolute illogic that always confuses me. You are obviously doing not kosher things, with this money, and yet you are inviting the two groups of people that could seriously screw your life, the IRS and the federal government, in to look at your shenanigans, and you think that this is anything going into, or you're going into anything other than a battle. I cannot understand.
Well, and I love her explanation of why she didn't report her income. Her explanation literally is because we made the money, but we spent it so the accounts were empty, so we didn't have anything.
Okay,
Okay, that's
these people,
literally
like,
her excuse.
there are people like this that really negate the forward evolution of humanity.
Did she pay taxes on this $41,000?
I don't think they pay taxes at all. Because
Yeah,
I'm pretty
I
sure
think
like the
taxes
fact that
are
they hadn't
optional.
filed taxes in a few years was part of the issue
Oh,
in the
yeah,
first
right.
one.
Right. She had fines for not paying her tax. That's right. Look,
Yeah.
on that 40,000 from the podcast or whatever, that would make them 1099s or whatever. That means the government's going to get 30%, like 30% of that for real. They treat that kind of income like a bonus, and it's 30%. So she should. Where did that 30% go? I mean, seriously, she is opening herself up to criminal charges.
Well, and that's why that is the arrogance of these people. They do not understand that they have never run across a place that they can't bully or overwhelm. And it is going to be interesting to see them come across a reality that they can't spin.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're here. I think this is it. This is the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like they spent so much time trying to just fake it that they could have actually put in real work and been okay. But no.
That's impossible.
Like,
yeah, SF, I really want Owens to go on Caleb Hammer too. Wouldn't that be great to get this whole family on Caleb Hammer's show on financial
Oh my gosh,
audit?
that would be awesome.
Oh,
it would be so good.
He would
I can just hear
yell
him
at him and
screaming.
it would be great.
I can hear him screaming right now. You tried to tell 4 guys you were pregnant? What? What?
And then when he asks, so what do you do?
She's gonna
Well, I
be
live
like,
in
I'm the
Canada.
face of a billion companies. No, she's gonna show up. She's gonna show up and be like, I'm the CEO of this company. I'm gonna be the CEO of this company. And he'd be like, oh wow, you're the CEO of all these companies. Why are you here? And then she'd show him her finances, and then he would be like, you fucking retard. Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the supers, Emil. Emil says, saw that, Mo. Jack's mom, thanks for the 10. They'd probably gift the girls the max gift amount that would be non-taxable. I think it's $19,000. If someone is sick where their time is limited, that's how you get them some money without inheritance tax. Yeah, the thing is, as long as it's legal, sure. This doesn't sound like it.
Yeah. This sounds like laundry.
It doesn't sound right. So I guess we'll just have to keep listening. This is pretty exciting.
Oh, yeah.
596. You were required to list all gross income from operating a business, and you had none. You said there was none. You're going to deny that?
There was none. Because there was none coming in at that time. I think that's what that refers to. There was none coming in at that time, and we were operating at a loss.
Okay, you were required to list all gross income before deductions and exclusions. It specifically says that on the form.
Well, again, the context of it was that there was no income coming in.
Gross income. Well, really, but we're
always
that's false. Actually, what you're saying is a false statement, Miss Owen, Miss Naylor, because
gross income. So it doesn't matter what you lost, you still have to list it as gross income, and then you put in your expenses and your other things to show that it was a loss. But you still have to report it. You can't be like, well, we spent it all on the business, and so there it is. You know that we didn't make anything. You have to show the receipts. Dummy.
It's like just because there's no profit, so we don't have to say it's taxable. That's not how it works.
It's not how any of this works.
I'm starting to think she's about to pull out hot plate math.
she's gonna be like, well, it was like 15 hot plates, and then we spent 6 hot plates, and then 12 more hot plates, and so we lost money in that deal. We lost hot plates. God, I can't take it with her.
Because I looked at your bank statements and there was over $41,000 of revenue generated by the LLCs from January 1st, 2025 to August 14th, 2025. Are you going to deny that? That's what the bank statements say.
But I'm saying that as of when we were filing for the bankruptcy, we were operating at a loss on all of those, and we didn't have anything coming in to, that's what I think the context of that was. But again, I don't have the documents in front of me, but that's what, and you can look at the statements. Anytime we had any money coming in at all from the businesses, it was going right out to pay expenses. It was going right out.
You understand the term gross income, don't you?
Yes.
And you read these the forms that you signed under penalty of perjury, did you not?
I had worked with the attorney to, when he had asked me the questions and everything, and yes, I signed them, yes.
Okay, and it specifically says on the form, gross income before deductions and exclusions, right? Isn't that what the form says?
I mean,
well,
I'm asking you if that's what all right, that's what the form says, correct?
Wow.
I don't know. I don't have the form in front of me. Again, I would have to look at the context of it, and I'm trying to explain to you what the context was.
Context is the word of there is no context.
Okay.
You
Context
seem to have
is the word of
understood
the
what
day.
was required to be disclosed when you filed the amendment yesterday, because you did accurately state that in the calendar year 2025, there was total gross income to your businesses of over $81,000. So you understood it yesterday, right?
Right.
She has transient
But you didn't
knowledge.
understand it earlier, even though you had an attorney earlier?
Yeah.
No, because again, in the context of where we were when we were filing the Chapter 13, we were not we had to file it because
For context, were you in fucking Narnia?
Is the context in the room with us?
We were not.
Is this
we were
legal
not
in
profitable.
Narnia
We
or
were
whatever
losing
fictional land
money.
you're
It was
accounting
it was
in?
a drain. So there wasn't any attempt to hide anything. And as I say, we had filed as a personal bankruptcy, and yeah, I was thinking of,
Just
like
because
I
you
say
say
at the
it's
time,
personal
too, that the
doesn't mean it doesn't
LLCs
affect your
were
businesses.
separate.
Yes.
Well, let me just ask you this. One of the things in the earlier Chapter 13 case, let's just look at, you were supposed to provide the gross income for part of 2025 up through the petition date, for 2024 and for 2023. Okay? Do you recall that?
Okay.
And this case, which was filed May 22nd, 2026, you were also required to provide 2024 income, 2025 income, and income for January 1st until the date that you filed on May 22nd, 2026, correct?
If you say so.
Well, you don't have your schedules. I'm going to ask that you go get your computer or whatever. I mean, you don't have hard copies of your filings in this case?
No, I stopped trying to print everything out a long time ago because
I don't want to know why you stopped printing things out. Please, you're making this longer than it has to be. Can you pull up on your computer?
We are not
while you're
doing
on the
printer
phone
support, man.
and
Her
pull up the
printer
documents that you
is
just
out.
filed yesterday.
Hang on a second.
We need you to do that because you are sitting here claiming to be ignorant about documents that you've signed and filed in this case yesterday under oath.
She's
I'm
ignorant.
I'm not claiming to be ignorant about anything.
You're saying you're
I
saying
am
that you don't
truly
remember, but this
ignorant.
is something you filed yesterday. Go get your amended schedules, please.
You were asking me about what had been filed in 2025 in the Chapter 13. That was the last thing you asked me.
No, I was asking you about, I said you had to, in this case, also
files you put in yesterday, Jan.
disclose your gross income for businesses. I just asked you that, and you said, if you say so. And I'm not gonna work like that. You need to have the document in front of you that you signed
Yes.
under oath so that I can examine you about it. So
Okay. So can you just finish the question for me? Can you just finish the question, and I can see if I can perhaps answer it in that
Go
way?
get the schedule, Jan.
For me.
Well, yesterday you filed a sworn statement attesting that the gross income of your businesses for 2024 was $40,785. Right?
Okay.
Is that correct?
Okay. Yes.
That same information was omitted, was not disclosed in your Chapter 13 statements. Would you admit that?
Again, I believe it was because of the LLCs and the differentiating between the LLCs and our personal situation that we were not.
Okay,
filing
that I
the
understand.
bankruptcy.
Right, I understand. However, if you look at the question in the Chapter 13 statement, it's the identical question that you answer in the Chapter 11. They are the same exact wording, the same, asking for exactly the same information. In the Chapter 13, you disclose nothing. And now in your amendment from yesterday, you disclosed over $40,000 of gross business income. They are not, one is true and one is not true. Would you agree? They can't both be true.
Plead the fifth, Jan.
Schrodinger would say, yes, they both could be true.
I just put away my Schrodinger shirt this morning.
No, the
truth
truth
lies in the context.
Exactly
Pause.
the same question.
Pause.
That's why you need to pull up the document.
The truth lies in the context.
That is
The
the,
truth
that is the title of my
lies
memoir.
in the context. Hello, darkness.
The Mo story.
friend. Oh my God. Can you go back? Can you go back like 10 seconds? Because I need to hear that exchange again.
We need to clip that.
The truth lies
crazy.
in the context.
Context.
No.
The truth lies in the context.
No,
In the
the
context of
truth
what-
lies in.
I love that. No.
No.
Wow.
The truth. Let's hear what Jennifer has to say after that. That's
Yes.
good.
The fact that they were both exactly the same question. That's why you need to pull up the documents.
Plead the fifth, Jan.
There's no context.
Yeah.
They are both the same question.
Get
Miss
some
Naylor.
tinfoil. You're
Item
breaking
number
up.
4 on the Statement of Financial Affairs
I'm
is
losing
the
signal.
same exact question that was on the Chapter 13 statements, that is in the Chapter 11 statements. Now suddenly you're disclosing over $40,000 of business income for the year 2024 that was never disclosed in the Chapter 13.
Your mom goes to college.
Again, the
Oh,
Chapter
wow.
13 was filed in 2025, and the Chapter 11 was filed in 2026, and you're going back to 2024. Let me explain something.
No. I want you, because this is deviating again. No, I don't want you to explain anything. I want you to go get. No. I want you. No. I do not want clarification. If I
Oh my
need
God, this is-
clarification from you, I will
This is
tell
me
you.
and youngest
I
most
am
feral.
getting frustrated with you because you don't have the schedules in front of you. So why I'm going to ask that you pull.
That's not the
This is
reason she's
totally-
frustrated with her.
This is totally the same conversation I have with Hangry all the time. No, I'm frustrated with you because you won't just go get the math book. Get the book.
Yes.
I want to see the book. I want to see the problem. Don't just give me the worksheet. I want to see the math book. I'm frustrated because you won't
Yes.
just give me the math book. And he's all, Mom, I don't need the math book. I know how to do this. And I'm like, but I don't.
Yes, that there is a reason my dumbass is asking for the book. Give it to me before I have to ask Siri how to do, dangling participles.
Exactly.
You know, when this woman was going to law school as a bright-eyed young law student, did you think she ever thought she'd end up on a Zoom call arguing with a lady that's fairly older than her, acting like a toddler?
No, but I'm just imagining the amount of she is going to be drunk at levels of when
Oh,
Nick
yeah.
and Jeff
I was
met
just thinking that.
by
I
tonight.
was just thinking that on the way home, she's going to get 2 box wines. Like she's on the way
Yes.
to get the box wines, put her fuzzy slippers on, and just obliterate today's memory because
Yeah, her
shit.
her husband's gonna be like, "I love you." She'd be like, "Shh, shh, shh."
No,
She's gonna
no,
go,
no.
Just get
Oh.
DoorDash. Get DoorDash. I have a headache.
Yes.
Like ice pack on the
This
head.
poor woman.
I know, and it's gonna be weeks of this.
Oh,
Just,
Oh yeah, because
Go get your
now the way
yeah,
this
in
ends,
person.
she's hauling her in for a deposition in person.
Oh,
Imagine how
God.
great that would be.
oh,
But
that
We
again,
will
all
be.
have to pray for Jennifer.
We
by
all
then,
have to grift for
we
money
hope
to
to
go to
God-
this in person.
we hope to God by then she has a lawyer and he's advised
Oh,
her
I
yeah.
to
plead
do
the
this.
fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I'm not going to.
Because that's the only thing that's going to save her at this point, if it even does. But like, you need someone to tell you to shut the fuck up. It's Shut the Fuck Up Friday, Jan, and you need to shut the
Yeah.
fuck
Oh,
up.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Holy
You're going to
shit.
be under criminal indictment if you keep on flapping your gums. Criminal
yeah.
indictment. It's not a joke. This is federal bankruptcy. Fuck you in the behind court.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why it's so alarming. I mean, again, how entitled and in your own bubble do you have to be to think that you could bullshit the federal government? Like the hubris you have to have. And look, I was born myself and Catholic, so I don't understand what it's like to be without shame. But for 1 minute, I would like a VR headset to live in their world. Like, what does it feel like to just have no accountability? Like, just walk through the
Oh.
world like screw it.
Right?
And then I'd come back and be a good person, but it would be like a vacation.
Meta
'Cause-
should make a new game like that. Make it the Owens Family Escapades. And you just wander around with no shame at
Oh
all
my
and do whatever the
God.
hell you want to whoever you want. I think they already have that game. Isn't it called GT something?
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft
Auto.
Yep, I played that game. Yep.
Or
I
it's
think
go
they
to my
have that
local
game.
Walmart where standards never entered the building.
No, because to be fair, in Grand Theft Auto,
Let's
you
call it
actually
Grand
have to
Theft
work
Owen.
really. Oh yeah. Ooh, they should come out with that one. Because in Grand Theft Auto, you actually have
Yes,
to work
But
really
everybody's
hard
on
for your money.
horses. But everybody's on horses. So it's like Red Dawn, like a Red Dead Redemption
Oh my God,
and Grand
yes.
Theft Auto together.
Yes,
And
I
there
mean,
has
they're
to be a
made by
Gary's Boot
Rockstar,
Camp
so they
somewhere.
could.
yes, and then whenever she starts talking, you just, lasso them and put them on railroad
Yes.
tracks. I'd play the hell out of that.
I would be down.
I would be so
Computer,
down.
or I don't know if you have a desktop and you and Mr. Owens
Oh,
can move over
I
there.
don't know what just
or a
happened.
laptop that you can put in front
What
of you.
happened?
But I
don't
need for
I
you
don't
to
know what happened.
Oh wait,
Hold
it might
on.
be is it at the end of the first video or something?
Well, I hit no. So I got it back. I
Okay.
hit B when I also hit the space bar. Here, let
All right,
me.
I don't need to know
reshare
this.
screen.
Just reshare it. I don't need any of these details. Who do you think I am? IT goatee Brad?
Well, so what I
Like, what am I
did
going to
was
do for
hit
you
the
exactly?
button.
Don't tell me about the buttons you hit. This is like speaking Chinese.
Don't make her, Fluxx, don't make her give you an exit interview. You know she doesn't do talk
Oh
tech.
Lord!
Oh my God, Megan, now we need to do an entire stream after this where you talk about how you were totally not bothered that Fluxx told you about the computer for 3 weeks. We will start
All I
getting
wanted
Bunyan
from
money.
All I wanted from her was to not bore me with the details. But could she do it?
I
No.
am the talent. You would think she would understand.
I'm the talent, for God's sake. This is
Jeff,
amazing.
approachable.
Approachables?
Oh God!
Mr. Mo has
Docket
banned
number
that
7.
from the
Want to go to
house.
Sino? Want to go to Sino?
I may have used it for evil. I may have used it irresponsibly, so it's banned from the house.
Oh Lord. Also, that's a good question. Are they even able to plead the fifth in this hearing? Because isn't this emotion?
Yes.
This is they
No,
brought
of
this.
course. Listen, Laura was in the same type of bankruptcy hearing, and she was reminded over and over again, you may plead the fifth, you may take the fifth, you may not answer these questions if you feel they could incriminate you. Of course, you always have the right to plead the fifth. Yes, you do. And she should be doing that right now.
Good point.
She should be doing it.
Yes. All of it.
Was docketed yesterday in this case. And then I'm going to also ask that you pull up your petition from the Chapter 13. And, well, for right now, that's what I want you to do. Can you do that?
No, that's too much to ask.
Okay, see, this is where you stagecraft. You put the sounder of the AOL starter, you know, and you're like, they just need to put some stagecraft into this, you know, get a soundboard, really work on your skills, because you're going to need a YouTube career and some super chats.
Oh, God. I can't watch her. Thanks for the 5 cents. Oh, for Flux's sake. Go ahead. Keep going.
Oh, you know, I'm doing all right.
24 income is that I had not, the difference is that I had not, when we filed for Chapter 13, I had not done our taxes for 2024. So I did not have the accurate information for 2024 when we filed for the Chapter 13. And we also felt that we were filing for the LLCs and not for that had nothing to do with our personal situation. So the 2024, so then when we did file the Chapter 11 for this year, I had at that point done the 2024 taxes and had a chance to look more at what the actual income was.
Okay, well then let me ask you that. All right, I understand what you're saying. Now I want to ask you this. If that's the case, when you filed your statement of financial affairs on May 22nd under docket 9 in this case, you also said there was no business income at all. So if you already knew, hold on. According to what you just said, by that point, you knew what the 2024 business income was. But you didn't disclose it when you filed a sworn statement in this case on May 22nd, 2026. Isn't that true? You didn't disclose it.
On May 22nd, we filed the skeleton filing at the very, very last minute. We had thought that we had an attorney who was going to file for us, and he backed out at the very last minute, and so we had to file a skeleton filing and did the very bare bones that we could do, and knew that we would be amending it and presumed that we would have an attorney to handle it for us. So that was why there was virtually nothing in the filing from May the 22nd, because it was literally a last minute. May the 22nd was a Friday afternoon before the Memorial Day holiday, and the foreclosure auction for our home was scheduled the Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock. So we were in a position where, you know, we had to do a very bare bones filing, you know, knowing that we would be amending it and adding the correct figures.
Well, you didn't say that. In response to the question, did you have any income from employment or from operating a business during this year or the 2 previous calendars? You answered in the affirmative, no, on a sworn statement. You didn't say, yes, but I will amend to give the information. You said no, correct? That's what you said.
Well,
yeah, no, is that what you said? Are you going to deny? I'm looking at it right now. You said no. When you've in docket number 9 filed under penalty of perjury in this case, you said no, There was
Oh,
no
boy.
income from operating a business during 2026 or the 2 previous calendar years. And that would have been that was a false statement, correct?
And that was what was on May 22nd?
Yes.
Well, that was the skeleton filing that
I understand.
attorney
No need to repeat. No need to repeat. But I'm going to ask you this. It's still a false statement, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Holy
That's not going to be
shit.
good.
Ouch. That's just a little
Like-
minor perjury. A minor perjury, Jan.
It's just a little first degree perjury.
You need a lawyer. Oh my God. Why is she
Oh,
doing this
Lord.
without a lawyer?
It's the smear campaign. The smearers.
I'm telling you, chat, you're like, the chat's like, don't tell her we don't want her to speak. Listen, I would tell anybody this. This is ridiculous. This is how you walk yourself into jail. Nobody wants to see Boomer Jan go to jail for this. Jan, get a lawyer and get this straightened out the legal way. This is just ridiculous.
Why
Yes.
would you ever admit to a false statement in like a court proceeding?
I don't know.
This is not this is not like the audition. This is real life court. You do understand this. Are you aware you're not in a reality television show?
Aware that everything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Everything you write under oath, everything you say under oath, you are going to have it used against you. They are going to bring an indictment against this woman for sheer stupidity. I don't really want to see that happen. I really don't. I realize that people's own stupidity brings whatever consequence it brings, but this was so unnecessary. It was so. A person should not go to jail over screwing up their bankruptcy paperwork. But the way that she has done this with no representation, and then the way she's combative with the DOJ, this is not going to go well. It's not.
No.
This is not going to go well, and I hate to see it.
Well, you hate to see someone who you can see walking into a trap, and you know, regardless of what you say, she's going to get hoisted by her own petard. She cannot and will not stay away from the trap. So it is hard watching someone not avoid something.
Yeah, it's hard because she is walking right into it, and Jennifer is just leading her right down the path, and she just got a big one. She just got a huge admission on the record that she made a false statement under oath. Damn it,
Well,
Jan.
have you noticed how Jan is treating Jennifer not like a DOJ, representative, but like her accountant? I mean, didn't she just send bank statements, not the actual accounting, cover letter with these are the she just sent like 3,000 pages of bank statements of 8.
18?
Eight
I think
accounts.
they said 18 months.
Yeah,
or
of 8
18
accounts.
months worth of
It's
bank
crazy.
statements.
It's crazy. And,
and if-
when the government gets a look at how much money they have coming in and going out, and she hasn't paid, I don't believe she's paid the proper taxes on that income
No.
and whatever, this is going to turn into a disaster of epic proportions, if that's the case. I'm not saying
and
it is, but if it is, good Lord.
if you don't think that Jennifer is going to make you pay for treating her like a menial, person, this is not the way you start any of this out. You need to get a lawyer. You need to have your lawyer profoundly grovel to Jennifer, and then
yes, and do all the communications for you, because you're so damn unlikable, Jan. You don't want to be this person. You want to hire a lawyer that works with these people, that's congenial and that gets along and knows how to answer these things and can guide you through this. This is an absolute unmitigated disaster. It is a Titanic event. It is the ship has hit the iceberg. We are now sinking. The band is playing. The violins women are jumping off.
Yes.
We're at critical mass, and it's going
Billy
down.
Zane
Jan.
done kidnapped a child and is already off the boat. Okay, like y'all are.
Rose is clinging to a door. Jack is drowning. Like, what is happening?
God. Wow.
This is
bad.
This is bad.
We gotta hear that
Jan,
one more time.
Just hang up, Jan. Just say you had a false connection.
But I'm going to ask you this. It's still a false statement, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so you didn't indicate, we're going to amend this. You just said no. There was no business income.
This making
Well,
this
that was a mistake. That was
it was a mistake
on my part. And as I say, we were racing to get it down to your building because
they were racing, folks.
Been under the impression that it could be filed electronically.
Okay, I don't need to know.
She doesn't care.
However, I do want to point out that if you look at item number 5 on docket number 9 filed in this case, you actually say that the gross income from business for 2026 was $12,500. Now, where'd you come up with that figure?
That figure was because we had leased a pony earlier in the year.
Well,
okay.
We know that, and you're talking about the lease for Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes.
And so you said,
stop.
Fluxx. That is a great name for a horse.
Frosted Flakes.
Where's Lucky Charms? That is a stripper name. No, that is a stripper name. That is Laura's OnlyFans name, allegedly in Minecraft, for humor and comedy purposes.
Oh my God, Frosted Flake, poor Frosted Flakes. You think he's glue now, or you think he's still running somewhere?
I hope he's running with the rest of the breakfast cereal friends.
You know, my cousin, she rode horses. She had a horse. She named it Cow.
That's hilarious.
No, that was my cousin.
Sounds like
Gloria.
something I would do.
You know what I think would be a
me
better horse
too.
name if you're sticking with cereals? It has to be Captain Crunch.
Yes.
Captain Crunch is the best
yeah.
name for out of the cereals anyway for a horse name. Yeah, Frosted Flakes sounds just way too flaky, just way too floozy.
It's fruity.
It's too fruity.
Business income that you list here on docket number 9 was only $12,500, and you say that that's based on the lease of the pony Frosted Flakes. Am I understanding that correctly?
That'll never not be fun.
But the fact of the matter is that you were actually paid $25,000 for the Frosted Flakes lease on February 27, 26. So it wasn't $12,500; it was actually $25,000.
Oh,
right?
Holy.
Correct. And the reason that we stated it as $12,500 was because it is for a year-long lease, and I believe we were interpreting the
Lord, Ron!
That up until that
Somebody
point,
help Ron! He's choking.
It was half a year had gone by, and so half a year was
Poor Ron.
Okay.
Go put his arms
but
over
you
his
did
head.
not include any other income for 2026 besides this $12,500 on your original Chapter 11 Statement of Financial Affairs, correct?
Correct. And outside of the pension and Social Security income, that's basically the case. There have been some contributions to the GoFundMe this year. I think it would be under $1,000 for 2026 because it has remained up there. There would be the pony lease, the Social Security and pension income for 2026. Some like I say, under $1,000 for the GoFundMe, and
let's back up. Let's back up. Okay, let me back up. When you filed the Chapter 13 case, you never disclosed the GoFundMe funds, did you?
No, we didn't. Again, it was my understanding at that point that those were the GoFundMe is considered exempt, and it's considered more like a gift as opposed to income. And again, it had all been the majority of it had been already exhausted, 6 or 8 months before, I guess 6 months before the filing of the Chapter 13.
If that's your understanding, why did you disclose it on the filing yesterday?
Because of the fact that the folks online had brought it up, and they brought it up to the judge, and the judge had asked
for the love
about
of
it,
Cheetos.
and we have wanted to be transparent about it.
So earlier you did not want to be transparent about it?
It wasn't even a question of not being transparent.
Optional
It was simply a question
transparency.
of I didn't think that it was necessary. The money had been exhausted, and it was, considered a gift, and I didn't think that it was necessary.
You didn't think it was necessary. Okay. I want to quickly ask you, you provided our office with a copy of what is it looks like your 2024 tax return. And
Correct.
has that been filed with the IRS?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't have a signed copy. Is there any reason why you didn't give me a signed copy?
I think I just sent you what I had from H&R Block, who had prepared it.
Are you saying, so I'm sure H&R Block gave you a copy for your own records of your signed and dated copy, did they not?
They should have.
I can access it online, and that's how I sent it to you. I don't have a printed out copy of it. No.
Well, you're going to have to.
I mean,
I would ask you that please go back to H&R Block, and I want a copy of the signed and dated return that was actually filed. Okay.
Okay. So the one that we sent you from their portal is not signed and dated?
No, it is not. Okay, so go and get that from H&R Block. And in the meantime, when I looked at your 2024 tax return, and you had H&R Block assisting you with that, correct?
Correct.
So presumably they knew what they were doing when it came to understanding what gross income is and that sort of thing.
You'd think.
Yes, I was working with a preparer that I have not worked with before.
Of course.
And I was working over the telephone with them in several sessions.
What now?
Okay, so the 2024 tax return shows, let me back up. On your most recent amendment to the schedules, you claim under oath that gross business income for 2024 was $40,785, correct?
Again, I don't have the return here, so I'm relying on you to, yeah.
Oh my God.
That's not
Go
the
get the
return I'm
documents.
referring to. I'm referring to your schedules that were filed yesterday. That were
Hey,
docketed
Robin,
yesterday.
good to see you.
Okay.
Do you have that copy up now or no?
No, I don't.
I think we're going to have you come in for a deposition, ma'am, because this just
you
isn't.
think?
I wanted this to work where I could just go through the questions. I thought you would be more cooperative in terms of, admitting to the things that you signed under oath. But, you sitting there saying, I don't have a copy of it in front of me is just not going to work. We can have you sit in front of me and I'll put these documents in front of you.
Good idea.
Your recollection, though, is it not that you said that for 2024, you realized gross income of over $40,000 from your businesses? That's what you attested to under oath in the amendment that was docketed yesterday, correct?
Yes.
Well, your tax return claims that your total gross business income was just about $6,000. Are you aware of that?
I'm wondering whether you're looking at
what?
Why aren't you looking at it?
The after expenses.
No, let's
amount.
back up. You had an accountant.
Why doesn't she just share her
do
screen?
your tax return? And I think it's fair for us to presume an accountant understands what gross receipts means.
Yes.
Gross income.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at your tax return that you say was already filed. The gross receipts that it indicates for 2024 is only $6,704.
Oh, there
That's
it
what you
is.
filed with the
Oh
IRS.
no. Oh no. Pause. Oh my God. Jennifer is hanging up the phone and calling the IRS. She's already submitted this to the IRS.
Oh Lord.
It's over. It's over. It's over, Jan.
Why
IRS
did
is
you?
coming. And
Yeah.
wait, did we get to the part?
To yourself?
Did we get to the part yet where Jennifer reveals the disbursements in 15 months out of the accounts? Did we get to that? Because it's over $500,000. It's over $500,000, which means
Oh Lord.
the IRS is going to be extremely interested in how much of that $500,000 is theirs. And oh my God, she is cooked.
Good for them.
You guys, I can't even laugh at this. Like this is
No,
making me feel
I'm
sick.
getting. I know, because I'm like, oh my God, please don't get audited. Let's not talk about getting audited.
We all
It's way
hate
too
the
late for
IRS.
that.
Okay, we hate the IRS, and we don't think the IRS should exist. The IRS is about to turn their life upside down. This is
Even more
terrible. This is what happens when you don't hire a lawyer. Everyone, please listen. If you have to go to bankruptcy court, family court, any court at all, you must always get a lawyer. Do not be Darrell Brooks in a box fort holding up a sign screaming, grounds or whatever the fuck. Objection with a sign. Don't be this guy.
That was fun for us.
Well,
I mean, true.
Also true. I'm not going to deny that the entertainment value is pretty high, but also I don't even like these people, and now I feel sick. Like,
they're
yeah,
getting
shit
screwed.
meat fan.
Maybe
this is so bad.
we're just one of the businesses. I'm not sure. I had looked at it, and I looked it over twice, and it seemed okay. So I'm not sure.
Well, I'm looking at your tax return. I'm looking at your tax return, and it shows the accountant that assisted you from H&R Block listed statement of profit and loss first for Nobody Told Me, LLC, which realized gross receipts in 2024 of $6,704. Okay. Does that sound about right?
Right. Okay.
Okay. Now, the next page on your tax return says Quartet Farms, LLC, and there's 0 for gross receipts in your tax return. The next page, you also have Liz Max, and that has no income. So let me ask you, where did you come up with this figure in the amendment that was filed yesterday showing $40,000 of gross receipts?
And this is for 2024?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the 6,704 for Nobody Told Me is, I'm sure, from the, whatever you call the 1099s that were for that. For Quartet in 2024, again, I would have to look at my records, but we were running at a loss. And
I understand, Miss Naylor, you keep trying to disregard my emphasis on gross income. I asked you earlier, do you understand what gross income means? Do you understand what that means?
Yes, I do.
Oh, wait, hold on. So what is your understanding of gross income means that it's the total receipts that the business gets before paying out any bills, right?
Correct.
Okay. So
correct.
You keep talking about how you were operating at a loss. It doesn't matter if the business is operating at a loss. Gross income is the revenue that was generated. And you deviated again, because my question was, you attested under oath in the filing yesterday that your gross business income for the year 2024 was $40,785. That's what you attested to in the filing yesterday, correct?
Yes.
But that seems to contradict your 2024 tax return that only claims about $6,000 of gross income. They are inconsistent. Can you explain that to me?
Big inconsistency.
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm explaining to you that the nobody told me income, the 6,704, must be from 1099s that we received for nobody told me. For Quartet, I don't believe we had any sales or income for 2024, any gross income. I don't believe we did, because we were running at a loss. As far as
you're missing
Liz
30-some thousand.
concerned, we would have had, and I know that I had given the tax preparer the details on the revenue that we had gotten from LizMax, because we did have rental income from LizMax, and so I'm not sure how she interpreted that, or whether that was a mistake in her.
Oh, okay. You want to say, so you're saying the accountant made a mistake, like the lawyers in the past?
Oh shit!
Oh,
is that what you're saying?
snap!
Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that I had given her the information that there was no attempt to hide any income whatsoever, because.
Well, then answer my question. You keep not answering my question. How did you come up with the figure of $40,785 of gross income from business that was filed yesterday? Where did you get that figure from? You tell me how you calculated.
I'm sure that is from the nobody told me income. It is from the LizMax income from whatever rental we had gotten from that. And if there was any income for Quartet, but again, I don't believe that there was. So I believe that it's correct to say that there was zero income for Quartet. And as far as LizMax is concerned, I'm going to have to go back and check and see, because I know that I had given the accountant the information on the rental income that we did have from LizMax. So why it didn't translate, I think perhaps it didn't translate because we had massive losses from that. But I'm saying,
oh my God, you are a massive loss.
You in the docket.
The losses do not come into play here.
That did come in 2024, I'm sure is accurate.
We're not talking about losses.
Saying that your federally filed tax returns are inaccurate.
So is she saying that she understands that gross income is what you get before losses? However, she doesn't have to do that because they're losses.
Yes, because in her estimation, she could take that off because she is Jan Naylor. She is the Nellie Olson of this, where she has the Nellie Olson, like, this, none of this applies to me.
Good Lord. This is unreal.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's going to get worse. Keep going.
Oh, Lord. How?
No, I'm saying I need to look at how she calculated that.
Well, there's an itemization of gross receipts, and it says zero for LizMax and for Quartet, and it only says 6,700 for nobody told me.
I think maybe she was in putting that in there, that maybe she was saying that we hadn't gotten any 1099s for LizMax or for Quartet, any documented government stuff that would. I'll have to look, because I do know that I gave her that information, and she may have put it, elsewhere. I mean, we didn't have any W-2s or 1099s or anything like that that would have been associated with Liz Max or Quartet on the 2024 income tax. That would have only been for nobody told me.
All you had to do is look at the bank statements to see the gross revenue, correct?
No, not well. I mean,
I looked at the
I
bank
guess.
statements and I was able to calculate the gross income of each of the entities
Oh,
for the
boy.
18-month period for which you gave me the bank statements.
And
In
what
any
was
event,
it?
this is something that I'm going to have to pursue in a deposition with you because, again, I need you to have these documents in front of you. One of the things that you did finally admit to in your recent filing is that you are paying the living expenses of your daughter, Laura.
Oh, here we go.
Correct?
Oh shit.
Correct.
And you state in Schedule J,
Clean the
that
casita,
your
Jan.
monthly expenses for her, and you referred to her as a dependent.
Lord, give me
Correct.
strength.
Correct.
Okay, and you say
36-year-old
where did you put
dependent.
this? Let me see. Hold on.
And what is her malady?
1 second.
Other than like allergic to the truth?
Scummy Cahunt.
That's going around here lately.
Okay. Let me just go.
Jan's being grilled by the U.S. attorney. Jen.
Excuse me. Who is that? You, Miss Miller, speaking?
Not me.
Not me.
Somebody. Okay. Somebody just again.
That sounded like court staff.
Mhm.
I heard
Yeah.
something
Okay.
about an
I am
attorney.
looking at your statement of financial affairs that was docketed yesterday, and it says that you have for between 2024 and 2025 that you gave gifts to Laura Owens in the total amount of $19,608. Correct?
That I gave what to her?
You gave gifts through ongoing monthly support to your daughter, Laura Owens, of $19,608.
Wow.
Okay.
That's what you said
Can
in
you
your sworn
adopt
statement.
me?
Correct?
Right.
Correct. Yes. I couldn't understand what you had said. It cracked.
Okay. Well, tell me how you calculated that amount.
Please. I'm waiting.
Show your work.
The
Berries.
fact that I paid for her car.
No, I need to know
Doritos.
specifically how you came up with that number. I don't need
Dominoes.
generalities. I want to know specifically how you
Lawsuits.
came up with the amount
David
$19,608.
Gingras'
What does
billing.
that include
Yes.
for the period 2024 to 2025?
Nail appointments.
It includes
Botox.
clothing. It includes food. It
Clothing.
includes,
Oh, hold the phone.
Clothing.
Hold the fucking phone. Has anybody seen the inside of the casita? That woman has more clothing. She has enough clothing to clothe
Yes.
20 Laura Owenses. Like they're still buying her clothing. Ma'am, have you seen
Why?
the casita floor? It's stacked halfway to the ceiling with clothes.
Yeah,
Because
she
like
doesn't
a girl's
need.
gotta look good.
All she does, and all she wears are black tights and the same black
Ugh.
tube dress that she wears everywhere. She doesn't need all those clothes. Why are you still? What the hell?
Yeah. Besides, they should be
You know-
cheaper. They're like double zeros. I mean, honestly, they're like slightly
Right.
bigger than Barbie clothes.
Right?
She's shopping in the 12-year-old section.
Yeah.
Or at least she should
except
be. It's cheaper.
Justice was flippin' expensive. If you had girls when Justice was a thing, that store was the bane
Oh,
of my
yeah,
effing
yeah.
existence.
Justice. I remember 579. That was where you could get the double zeros. They didn't have them anywhere else. And when I was that little, I needed to go to 579. But yeah, she doesn't need to even shop in the adult section. So what the heck, man?
Yeah. I'm pissed
She would
off.
go to what's that store with the elastic waistbands for the kids that I always shopped at? God, what is
Garanimals?
it? Not Garanimals.
Or
It's the
oh,
other
I know
one.
what you're talking about.
It's got
Oh,
the standalone shops. God, what's it called? Not is it Oshkosh? Yeah, Oshkosh B'gosh. She could go there.
Yes.
And
Or
then
Carter's.
It's far cheaper. Yeah, or Carter's. Exactly.
The housing would be, it includes the car, the insurance, it includes the basic, life necessities.
Well, I know what you're telling me it includes, but how did you calculate it? Like, what amount did you attribute for that 2-year period to food?
Plan B pills.
Best guess estimates,
Can't you
I mean,
take tax? She doesn't need a plan B because there wasn't an A.
Well, you came up with this figure recently, and you came up with a very specific figure of $19,608 or whatever it was. Let me go back there. $19,608. That's a very specific amount, Ms. Miller, and I want to know how you calculated it. Do you have an itemization somewhere that you wrote down, like what it was that you included in that as gifts to your daughter?
I was ballparking.
Is she playing video games? What's with the rapid mousing?
$8 for a ballpark?
She's trying to scroll through the paperwork.
Yeah, what in the hell?
Again, if you're talking about day-to-day living expenses and having to go back.
No, I'm asking you. You just said that you ballparked a figure. If you were going to ballpark a figure, wouldn't it be a round number? You said $19,608. That's a very specific number. How do you ballpark a figure at $19,608?
Bailing David Jingers out of jail.
Pistachio frappuccino.
The cost of the car, the cost of the insurance, the estimated, living things. I mean, just what she would
living
have been.
Things.
Hair extensions.
Wow. I don't run a calculator.
Sephora trips.
Keep track of everything.
She doesn't have a calculator.
That this is
Macy's charge.
So you gave an amount of $19,608 for as a ballpark figure. Is that you just came up with that out of nowhere?
I'm sorry, this is hilarious.
no, it's not. It's not a made up
Photoshop
estimates that I figured, were accurate.
Adobe.
Okay, well, let me ask you.
Figured were accurate.
What is to your own sworn statement here for 2024 through 2025? Correct.
Correct.
And you say that included amounts that you were funding
burner phones
and car insurance.
Correct.
Well,
because we also share we share the car with her.
Well, whose name is the car in? Whose name is the car in?
Kaiser Sose. Say Kaiser Sose.
Okay, so
damn it.
I just calculated if you take the amount of the car payments and the car insurance payments for a 2-year period, that's over $25,000. So clearly, the figure that you gave for gifts is understated.
They're in trouble.
Again, I would
not again.
No
again.
Part of
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
No and more. No and more. I feel like, dude, where's my car? No and more.
No,
we're all done.
Talking. Oh God, this is the 4th or 5th time she's caught her in a false thing. Something false under oath. Like, oh my God, plead the fifth, Jan.
My stress card is up to $400. This is pretty epic. If I get to 1,000, I'll let you know. Mr. Mo will probably walk in and say, "What the hell is going on with the Amazon cart?" And I'll be like, "Look, I don't ever buy any of this stuff, but it helps me de-stress."
My anxiety is over the roof.
I know my stress card is ridiculous.
Oh, how much worse can this get?
So much worse. Why are we asking this? We know it's going to get worse.
Is used by us, and I would also mention the fact that the car and insurance costs have recently really soared compared to what they were in 2024 and 2025.
Yeah, inflation bites.
Because of the bankruptcy situation. The car cost
Blame it on the cost of steak, Jan.
soared, as did the
Or
insurance.
eggs and steak.
Yes.
Let
So
me
it's
ask you,
different.
you're claiming that you're claiming you have some kind of equitable interest in the car. Is that what you're trying to say?
Sure.
I'm saying that we
Yes.
use the car, that my husband and I use the car.
Yeah, but
You use
then the car will be up for
Do you
sale.
claim that you have any kind of interest in that vehicle?
Oh no, she's gonna do it again.
Uh-huh. Another trap.
I mean, we pay the expense for it.
I'm
She-
asking if
she
you
has-
claim any interest in the car, Mrs. Owens. Do you claim any interest in that vehicle?
Oh no.
It's a trap. Admiral
haven't
Akbar.
ever even thought about it.
Well, I'm think about
Plead
it
the
now.
fifth.
Do
Think
you
about it
claim
now.
any type of equitable interest in any entitlement to that car? Yes or no?
I
I
don't
need a
even
yes
know
or
how
no
to answer
answer. You either do claim that you have some kind of ownership or equitable interest in the lease, or you claim that you do not. Which is it?
Well, I think that legally, since my name and my husband's name are not on it, I would think that legally, no, we don't. But from a practical standpoint, we pay for it. So,
well, you pay for it as a gift to your daughter, you said. That's what you included in the gifts that you listed on the Statement of Financial Affairs, right?
Yes. Yes.
Well, let me ask you, when you put down in the amount of, and I guess what I'm going to have to do is ask you formally for documents, and I'm going to be asking for copies of all the insurance between 2024 through today, so I can see it precisely. I mean, you're claiming that it's soared, that all of a sudden it's a much higher amount, but I want to know how much you have been paying exactly on insurance and the vehicle lease, so we could figure out how you came up with this $19,000 gift figure. But I'm wondering, does that figure include the $3,500 of payments you made to your daughter's criminal defense attorney in July of 2025?
I mean,
oh boy. Can we speed them up to 1.25?
Does the $19,000 include that?
Yep.
The $19,000.
Hold on, I lost my ears. I can't hear anything.
Was just in terms of basic, expenses.
Okay, so your bank records reflect that on July 9th, 2025, you paid $1,500 to
Go up to
Josh
1.25
Colesrud.
speed.
Then on July 10th, 2025, you paid $1,500 to Josh Colesrud.
And
And
now
on
we know how
July
much Josh
11th,
got paid.
2025, you paid $500 to Josh Colesrud. So that's a total of $3,500 to Josh Colesrud, who was your daughter's criminal defense attorney at one point. Is that
That's
correct?
too fast. 1.25.
So why didn't you include that in it? Was that when you paid that money? Was that a gift to your daughter?
Okay.
It wasn't something I was thinking of one way or the other. It was a legal expense.
Well, it wasn't your legal expense. It was
Go
your daughter's
away.
legal expense,
I
right?
want to make that thing go away.
Correct.
So why isn't that included among the amount that you gifted to your daughter on your sworn statements?
Again, because I don't really consider that a gift. I consider that a legal expense.
Of your daughter, correct?
Yes, not yours.
Well,
You're going to
Yes,
you're going to
but
claim,
also-
wait a minute. Just stop. Are you going to sit here and
Oh,
claim
no.
that the attorney payments to
laughing.
to your daughter's attorney, Mr. Colesrud, was anything for you other than a payment for your daughter's criminal defense?
it makes her happy.
That was for her criminal defense. He was her lawyer, not your lawyer, right?
well, part of our family businesses, including our podcast, Nobody Told Me.
Oh, dear
and,
God.
That she was a part of. So I think that helping her defend herself on that helps the family overall and the family businesses overall. I mean, that's so I think that it's not it's not something that
Roz
you
is
can just say,
here.
oh, that's just to help her.
What is this?
You know, that
Why is everybody in bed?
Hi, Roz.
Because we're hiding and we're doing as much show prep as our leader and the first journalist.
Oh.
Oh, I was gonna say we're hiding under our blankets because this is so
Cringe.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I listened to it 3 times yesterday. It was glorious. I loved it.
This
Yep.
this is
This
look,
is my 4th time watching it.
see, this has gotten me to the point where I forget to mask that humans are so weird. I just want to collect them and study them behind glass. Now, hear me out. By the time I get done, because Fluxx and I were talking about this, by the time I get done, you know, understand or like selling this, you will want to be in the human zoo. Because, like, you know, you get to be left alone. You're in your enclosure. People are paid to come in and like interact with you or not. And like, all you have to do is have people observe you. I mean, really, you get lured out with treats and all of your medical stuff is paid for. Honestly, I'd be in a
What
human
kind of
zoo.
treats?
Your favorite
best
ones.
treats.
Only my favorites? Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, their goal is to make you happy, so you want to be observed.
I'm in.
Oh Lord.
I know. I've thought about this greatly, and I'm glad for my diagnoses, which make it not really creepy, just a weird fetish I have, or what? Not fetish, but
Hey, chat.
fascination.
Oh, burritos. Oh, burritos sound good. Now I'm
Okay,
hungry.
I'm back. Hey,
Okay,
Roz.
so you're going to do.
Oh,
I'm back. Roz, I'm in bed because I threw out my back by just
I
being
saw
50.
that.
Just being 50 and living and existing, you know, my back can't
50 and
handle it.
shifty. Mm-hmm. Got it.
Yes.
oh Lord.
I just wanted to pop in and say hello. I was
your-
about to shut everything down. I spilled tea all over my keyboard, so I need to kind of address it.
Oh, no.
Well, it has
You
a
look
condom. It has a
lovely.
keyboard condom, so it's going to be
Oh,
okay. It's
good.
just sticky
Wait,
everywhere.
they make those?
Oh,
yeah,
they do?
get one of those.
Yeah, I don't want my keyboard getting knocked up. I need to get one of those.
You can't have pregnant keyboards.
Yeah, because they get those little weird keys with like the O with the line through it that Baker says is really a language letter, but I think he's making things up.
You also don't get the crumbs in the keys, you know.
That's
Yeah.
excellent. I need one of those. All right, push
know.
play. I have to get out of here by 4 o'clock.
Her daughter's criminal defense attorney were gifts to her.
Well, I'm
asking you if you're denying that. Either you admit that they were gifts or you don't. Yes or no. Just tell me yes or no. If you don't think they were gifts, say, I know I don't think they were gifts. If you do believe they were gifts,
I'm saying I don't see it as a gift. I see it as an expense for the reputation of the family.
Okay.
For the
And our ability to go
reputation?
forward with regard
What
to
is this,
the
dynasty?
businesses that we've had.
Is
So-
nobody told me COD podcast still
The
ongoing?
House of Owens has been besmirched.
It's still available online, and we are still making
I
some
challenge thee
income
to a duel.
from it. And yeah.
Okay, let's see. I understand that you currently hold $7,000 in cashier checks that were not previously disclosed when you first filed this case on May 22nd. Is that correct?
What is happening?
I did not hold the $7,000 in cashier's checks on May 22nd. I just recently took those out.
Why did you take out $7,000 of cashier's checks since filing this case? And you took it
Yeah,
out of what,
that's
your
a-
bank account that you had at the time of the bankruptcy filing?
Yes, I took it out. It was because we did not set up the debtor in possession accounts, and we didn't do those because we had early on realized that we wanted to dismiss this, and the money that goes into our account is Social Security and pension income, and going forward, because we weren't continuing with the Chapter 11, it didn't seem to make sense to set up the DIP account. And also my understanding was that I really would need an attorney to go with me to set up those accounts. And as we previously discussed, we were unable to find counsel for that. So I didn't know whether that was actually going to be required of me since we have filed for dismissal. So I wanted to protect the money that had been in those accounts and to take it out as cashier's checks that I have on hand if it were to be required that I set up the available, or the money available to deposit if need be.
All right. So what account did you take those $7,000 of cashier checks out of?
That was taken out of our main checking account, 0140. I believe it all came out of that account.
And what was the source of the cashier's checks? Who issued those to you?
Bank of America.
Oh my God.
Well, let me ask you, when I'm looking at the time that you filed this case on May 22nd,
oh my God,
you said that there was only $100 in the Bank of America
Oh my
account
God.
ending 0140. So is that false?
It was $100 and 7,000 in cash under
So
my
then when
bed.
did that $7,000 go into the account 0140?
Oh, plead the fifth, Jan.
July
Jan,
You're making me laugh too much.
We get our pension checks on the first of the month, and so there were that's what it had come from the monthly deposits.
But it doesn't, your pension checks don't come out to be a round number of $7,000. So I don't understand.
No.
Like how many cashier's checks do you have?
7,000 exactly.
I have one for 1,000 and one for 6,000.
Flux, pause this.
Okay, and you
please.
got the cashier's checks.
Will we
What-
shut up? What do you mean, will we shut up? You can go over to All the Best Research and watch this completely devoid of commentary, giggling, and inappropriate behavior. But you chose to be here, Carol. You chose to be here, Krusty.
Yeah, Carol.
You clicked on this channel, and you know damn well we comment over this. Otherwise, we would be committing a copyright violation. This is a commentary channel. Where did you think you were?
Also,
You know what that makes
these
me
people
think of?
are audaciously lying to the federal government. I'm sorry, my tism doesn't allow this much of illogic, and we are 3 hours in. Do you understand the amount of incredible bullshit we've had to deal with from these people?
Don't
The
tell
fact
us
that
to
I am
shut
not
up.
making a tapestry of profanity right now to rival the one that Penelope made in the real Odyssey written by Homer. So, bite me.
Yeah, we've done
Like-
really well, by the way, of letting
to
this
be fair,
play.
Krusty just updated in the chat. He was talking to Jan to shut up.
Oh,
Not us.
thank you.
Glad it
We
wasn't
digress.
us. Can we
So sorry if those were addressed to Jan. We may be a little touchy. We are all in a lot of pain. Okay.
Yes, today is not the day to play, chat. I am in
Oh,
pain. I
thank
am
you, thank
laying
you. Sorry.
on an
We are
ice
all in
pack.
pain.
I'm laying on an ice pack, Krusty.
Yeah, the storms are the
No, I
storms are
think-
coming through, and none of us are okay.
I think Carol was that bitch Carol Baskins, but Krusty
Oh,
was
Carol
talking to
Baskins?
Jan.
That
I don't know
bitch.
about Carol Baskins,
I
but
don't know about
Krusty was
Yeah,
talking
because
to
of that bitch, we will
Krusty
never get a
football.
Tiger King 2. And I was waiting for the sequel or the prequel, to be honest, both.
Oh, maybe I need
The lore
That
would have
bitch
been
Carol
fantastic.
Baskins.
We are never going to financially recover from this.
That should be what Jan says next. All right. Push play. I'm done screaming at the chat for
One
no
from your own
reason.
account that held $7,000 in it.
It held more money than that in it, but that money was being used to pay for day-to-day living expenses, and
We lied about
we
even
had an
more
automatic
money.
withdrawal coming up for the car insurance, and so I did not close those accounts, but took the majority of what was in there out, so that again, if I were required to do the debtor in possession accounts, I would have the funds to do it.
Okay. I'll have to see. I mean, you're not to spend that money. Do you understand that?
Correct.
Okay. At
She's
this
like,
point,
already done.
you have to be mindful of the fact that you're in bankruptcy and you can't be like taking money out of accounts and then hiding it like that. Maybe you should.
Right,
Wait,
and
you
that's why I
can't?
had it. That's
What?
deliberately why I had it in cashier's checks, so that it would be very clear that I wasn't attempting to hide it.
Okay, well, maybe you should just deposit it
Sure,
back in there.
Jan.
I don't know what's going to happen with the dismissal.
How does that make
I
you
think we have a hearing on the 27th. If the judge at that point, I mean, I think what you need to do is put it back into your account, is what I think you need to do.
Yeah, put it back.
Well,
Put it
would it be
back.
possible for me to set up a different account, because
No,
I got notified
you already
by
have
Bank of
8.
America that as of August 10th, They are.
Why does she
closing
need so
a
many
business
accounts?
Account for Quartet Farms, and I'm concerned that they might
Because it makes it easier to hide the money.
The other accounts that we could I open a, would I have your permission to open an account with a credit union and deposit that money in the credit union account?
What I'm going to say is this. I'm going to say this. I think that you are currently in a Chapter 11 bankruptcy that has not been dismissed, and therefore your obligation is to open up a debtor in possession account, and that's what you should be doing. That's all I'm going to say. You have to determine for yourself. I can't give you legal advice, but that has been your obligation since the day you filed this case, that you were required to open a debtor in possession account, and you have not. So I'll just leave it at that. So are you still supporting your daughter, Laura Owens?
Yes.
And does she earn any income on her own?
She has
Say
been
only
unable to.
Well, my answer is that's just listen to my question. Does your daughter earn any income of her own currently? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. So I understand just from public information that your daughter has a private criminal defense attorney currently, correct?
Correct.
Are you paying for that attorney?
No.
Who's paying for that?
Yeah, who's paying for that attorney?
Yeah, who's paying
I
for
don't
it?
know. I have not
Bullshit.
addressed this with her. She knows that we don't have the funds to
That's
pay
bullshit.
her, and I know
She knows.
she's been,
You have no idea
working
how
on
your
her own.
attorney, you have no idea how your daughter who lives with you and who completely relies on you for all of her support is paying for a criminal defense attorney and for pending felony counts against her. Is that what you're telling me? You have no idea? Is that what you're saying?
I know that she has been working to, pardon me?
Oh, come on.
I'm asking if that's what you're expecting.
I know that she's been working to. Pardon me? Go ahead.
I'm telling you, she knows that we don't have the funds to help her at this point.
That's not
And
what she asked.
so
That's not what
she has, reached out to others to help her with this.
So
And
you're
the details of it,
others.
I don't know.
so you have no idea how your daughter's paying for her current criminal defense attorney. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely none.
I'm saying.
No, is that what you're saying?
I don't.
Either you do not know or you do know. Do you know?
I'm saying we told her we can't help her with it, and I know that she
Oh,
has
for the
reached
love
out
of
to others
God.
to help her, and I don't know the details.
Okay, so you're expecting me to believe that the daughter that you support fully and who lives with you has not told you how she's able to pay for her criminal defense attorney currently. Is that what you're saying?
This is not believable, Jan.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
All right.
36.
Okay.
She's
One of the
30.
things,
How?
all right, let's move on. One of the
Why?
things that you put in the Schedule I that you just filed, all of a sudden you decided to disclose that you get income from this Nobody Told Me podcast, and you had never previously disclosed that in your prior Chapter 13 or your original
Can we
Chapter 11 schedules, correct?
Where is Alanis Morissette for the fact that it was the Nobody Told Me podcast and they failed to disclose the income? Like, this is actually ironic.
Isn't it ironic?
It's not unfortunate. Alanis, you
think?
really pissed me off with the title of that song, but I loved the song. But my Tisme brain hated that there were no actual situations of irony in the song.
It was all Murphy's
It was
Law.
all unfortunate.
It was all
Damn it.
Murphy's Law. The worst thing that can
Yeah.
happen will happen. That was the whole thing. Rain on your wedding day is not ironic. It's just bad luck.
No, that's it's actually good luck.
Right, good luck. Right. But
Yeah.
it's just it's a happenstance. Irony is not.
Yeah.
The closest thing to irony in that song is the guy who's afraid to fly.
Yes,
That's a little
as the plane
ironic.
crashed down, he
Yeah,
thought,
he
well,
waits
isn't
his
this
whole
right?
life to take this damn flight. And as it
Yeah.
crashes down, he's thinking, well, isn't that nice? Yeah, that's ironic.
Yeah,
a little
Isn't
bit.
that
That's
ironic?
irony.
Yes, but that's like the only example. Like a no smoking sign on your cigarette break is not irony. It's
No.
It's just HR ruining your life.
All right. Now that we've broken down Alanis Morissette, we can move along.
My life is complete. I love it when I get to make that point.
Correct, because again, it was an LLC, and it has been absolutely decimated.
Okay, I don't, you're saying, you're giving me some reason that doesn't make any sense to me, but all of a sudden, for the first time, you have decided that you were going to disclose that Nobody Told Me generates income to you of $50 per month. That's the first time you've
I'm
ever
more
disclosed
successful
that
than
with this
them.
filing from yesterday,
I
right?
am more successful than the Owens. I feel
Okay.
better
So
about
let
myself
me ask you
today.
something. You keep talking about
Well, at least more
expenses and you say
successful
you
than
understand
nobody
what
told
gross
me.
income means. Why didn't you disclose on Schedule I of your documents of your that was filed yesterday? You look at Schedule I, it requires for business income, and nobody told
She
me
will not
LLC
look at it.
is a
She
business,
does not
correct?
have it.
You must be a
Spoiler.
fortune teller.
Nobody told me
Be able to
LLC
see
is
the
your business.
future.
It's a business.
Correct.
Why didn't you report this $50 of income on item line 8A, which asks for net income from operating a business? Why didn't you do that?
Because it's so small.
Well, I'm sorry.
What?
Ms. Hill, you don't get to decide where things go on the forms just
Phrasing.
because you think it's trivial. You need to fix this, and you
That's
need
what
to
she
properly
said.
report this on item 8A. And one of the things that you will see is that item 8A requires that you attach a statement for each business showing gross receipts, ordinary and necessary business expenses, and then the total monthly net income. So you need to do that, okay?
Okay.
All right. And I also understand that you failed to
She
pay
will
the
not
fee, the
actually
filing
do
fee
that.
for the amendment that, that was
Spoiler.
just docketed yesterday. Can you explain why you didn't pay that fee?
We did pay the fee.
When did you pay it?
We paid it yesterday. We spoke
Yesterday.
to Raquel in the
Okay. But you didn't-
Yesterday.
We amended.
She, in fact,
we amended
did not
something
pay
yesterday,
it.
and
Coming
and
soon.
paid it. And paid $34. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that at docket 74, the court or the clerk issued a notice that you failed to pay the fee with respect to this amendment filed at docket 78.
Well, it
that
has been paid.
doc.
Okay. Well, you're saying it was paid yesterday. Well, okay. I'm just telling you, I'm looking at docket 74 from yesterday that said that the $34 fee was not paid, but now you're saying it was paid?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, one of the things that you failed to include in your amendment was the
Dan.
summary of assets and liabilities. Can you explain to me why you didn't include that required document?
My whole life is a liability.
Again, and an oversight. Again, I'm not. This is why I have filed this
What
amendment,
is this
because I'm
our
not
ass?
an attorney
Jan
and I
is in
don't
fact a
have the
liability.
ability, to do this. I know a lot of attorneys don't even handle Chapter 11, and they handle 7 and 13, but they don't handle 11 because it is so complicated and it's clearly way above my pay grade.
So why would you do it by
Okay,
yourself?
well, you need to file
Lawyer?
that. So you need to amend Schedule I to move the income from nobody told me up to item 8A, and you need to file a summary of assets and liabilities. Okay.
Okay.
Also, I believe you were required to file a monthly operating report on June 21st for the last month, showing your income and expenses for the last month of May, but you didn't do that. Can you explain why?
Again,
No.
because we had filed for dismissal, I was thinking that this would be dismissed and that would not be required.
Okay. Let me ask you, I want to make
just
sure that
hoping
there
it'd be
aren't other
dismissed.
accounts that you previously had that you haven't disclosed. Did you have a Wells Fargo account at some point in the last few years?
Yeah, I did. I had a checking account that I think it had like under, I don't know, it was overdrawn last I heard.
Well, did you close the
You
account?
heard?
Wow.
Did they Western Union you
I
a
believe
telegram?
Wells Fargo closed the account.
Okay, and when do you believe they did that?
I'm sorry, the lies have been putting me to sleep. I almost snored.
In the prior,
Well, that's good. That means you're
around the
comfy
time of
enough
the
to
Chapter
sleep.
13 filing. I don't have the exact date,
That's fair.
But
but
you
I
never.
believe that they were listed. I think they were.
We are
listed
up to nearly
as credited at
$500 in
$218
stress buying
something.
that I will
Okay,
not
well,
purchase.
they might have been listed as a creditor, but you never listed the account as having been closed within 1 year prior to the bankruptcy.
Oh,
Why not?
man.
Well,
Oh
again,
my
because
God,
I
Ross,
didn't
they have
close it, I
little mini
believe they did.
croissants I
It
could
doesn't
put on
matter.
I
earrings.
don't know if,
It doesn't matter.
but I don't know.
You
I
were
don't know what they
required.
did or-
Let me just tell you, you were required to disclose. Let's see, I can give you the exact wording. Within 1 year before the bankruptcy, were any financial accounts held in your name or for your benefit closed, sold, moved, or transferred? It doesn't say did you, it say were any accounts closed, and you did not disclose the Wells Fargo account, correct?
Correct.
And that's a false statement because there was an account that was closed in your name.
Take the fifth again, lady.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that right?
For the love of, just do it.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, she did it again.
I never got any notification that they had closed it or anything like that.
Oh,
but,
she
but,
did it again.
Whatever you say.
Just will not.
But whatever you say.
All right, so
oh no.
Lynette
tried
between,
that.
Let's see.
The whatever you say thing. That didn't
Between
go
May
well.
of 2025
Yeah.
and May of 2026, you made $21,000 of payments to your daughter, Sarah, correct?
Oh.
And yes, I need an actual answer. No noises.
Jeez.
Holy
Okay.
goodness.
So can you tell me what was the purpose of those payments?
Those payments were made, they were reimbursements to her. She is a co-signer on our mortgage, and she had advanced
Oh, why
her
would you
own,
do that?
funds to keep our HELOC, our basic utilities, and our life insurance, and in some cases food costs paid because we were strapped for cash. And so once we had leased out the pony,
Let me ask you. Can I ask you something? You paid $21,000 to your daughter. Why didn't you take that money and pay it over to the mortgage to prevent the foreclosure?
Because it wouldn't have done anything to prevent the foreclosure.
Well, it sounds like you're just accepting that there's going to be a
Banks are
foreclosure.
not
Is that fair
interested
to
in
say?
money.
Because you're not
Banks
doing anything
don't
to
want
try
money.
to fix it by paying it.
Holy
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're not accepting that there's going to be a foreclosure. But as I say, it was clear from the statement that from the communication that we had received from the servicer that $20,000 was not going to be enough to prevent the foreclosure. So it wouldn't have done anything. And
You keep saying
as I
that,
say,
but if you add up all these amounts, then maybe it would have done something. I mean, you decided to pay
Yeah.
your daughter instead of the mortgage on your home that's now in foreclosure. I mean, that's what you did, right?
No, she was a lifeline, and she was a co-signer on that, and she had made some HELOC payments, and that was to, help us with the mortgage as well. And she had advanced her own money, and as I say, that she had been.
I understand why you did it. I understand what you're saying, but the fact of the matter is, you chose to pay over $20,000 to your daughter instead of paying that money over to the mortgagee.
I have
On the
done
home.
nothing except
You made
get
that
pregnant
choice,
by the fucking bachelor.
Yep.
We were in.
I'm not asking. I need a yes or no answer. Is that the choice you made? It wasn't a choice that was foisted upon you by someone else. You chose to pay your daughter instead of the mortgage directly, correct? You made that choice. I'm asking you, did you make that choice? Yes or no? No, it's a yes or no question, Ms. Naylor. What did you or did you not make the decision to pay your daughter to reimburse her instead of pay the mortgage on your home?
And then the furious clicking.
Just hang up the phone.
I'm not asking that. I'm not asking that. I'm asking you chose, did you not, to pay your daughter to reimburse her over $20,000 of money instead of paying that money to the mortgagee? Is that right? That's what you did. Just admit that that's what you did, because I don't know how you deny that you made that choice, because that's what you did, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But again,
there you go. I don't want to hear the explanation. I don't need
No
an explanation.
but.
I
No
just
but.
wanted you to acknowledge that that's what you did.
Oh boy.
All right. I don't
Holy
think. There's a couple of questions, little questions, but I do think we're going to have you come in for a deposition, because
Pause,
I can't
pause,
have you.
pause.
You sent me a document.
Jan, it's time to call in a PR team. I have one that I could recommend.
This is, in fact, a PR team.
The PR team.
Oh gosh, this is painful.
May I suggest 2 fleas in a pod for your PR team, or sorry, PUR team. Oh boy. Okay, I feel like this is all leading to one place, which is jail. But
Yep.
That says
could be wrong. Let's see what else happens.
accounting of GoFundMe funds, and you acknowledge that you sent that to me, right?
Right.
And now you're claiming that you think it was supposed to be an accounting of how all of your money was expended over the 18-month period from January 1st of 2025 through June. That's what you're saying that you intended the accounting to be?
My understanding was that the judge had talked about GoFundMe and that you had talked about GoFundMe as well, but you had brought up these other issues, and the judge did not clarify whether she only had wanted the GoFundMe information. So I wanted to be very transparent and to leave
saying that.
no questions unanswered.
Every time she says it,
but the bottom line is you provided me with a document that you titled Accounting of GoFundMe Funds, right?
Correct.
Okay. And I read that to mean that you were going to be, that what you provided me was an itemization of how you specifically used the $132,000 GoFundMe monies that you received. That's how I interpreted it. Is that wrong that I interpreted it like that?
No.
Okay, so what you provided me shows how you used the money, the $132,000 of GoFundMe funds, correct?
Correct.
And then if you look at it, you say that the total of GoFundMe funds was about $132,000, and you actually give me an itemization of expenditures totaling about $144,000, right?
Uh-huh.
Is that correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So are you now telling me that you're admitting that what you gave me, the $144,000 of itemized expenditures, was what you claim the GoFundMe funds were used for? Is that what you're saying?
There wasn't $144,000 coming into the GoFundMe, so that the $144,000 in expenditures had obviously included other money that had come into our account from pension and Social Security, and was not just GoFundMe.
Okay. So why did you give me an itemization of expenditures that totaled $144,000? Why didn't you give me an itemization of expenditures that totaled the amount of the GoFundMe funds?
I'm so sorry. Could you start it again? I accidentally hit a button that muted you on my phone.
I'm asking, why did you give me an itemization of expenditures that totaled $144,000 and not just give me an itemization of expenditures that corresponded to the total GoFundMe funds?
Because I wanted to be very transparent and show you everything that had come in and gone out in that time period.
Okay.
Like I say, we're talking about more money than the GoFundMe received.
And I understand what you're saying, but I'm going to tell you something after having gone through your bank statements, okay? The spending that you and Mr. Owens expended, the total disbursements out of all of your accounts for the time period from December 27th, 2024 through June 25th, 2026, the total disbursements is over $523,000.
Oh!
Did you know that?
That doesn't sound right for a year and a half.
That is, well, you might not think it sounds right,
Oh,
but that's
call
what
Caleb
out
Hammer.
from all disbursements out of just account
Call him right now.
0140
Holy shit.
totaled over $523,000. Just out of that one account.
$500,000.
So you were not trying. You were not trying to give me transparency of all disbursements because you only told me about $144,000.
Hold on. Fluxx, pause. Poor Ron is probably finding out for the very first time how much money these women spend out of his accounts.
I feel like, you guys, this is the type of money that I like. This is starfish puckering money. Like, I don't
I
like
was gonna
this
say
kind of.
my butt cheeks have been clenched.
Okay, good, because my Tiffany brain is like, my starfish just puckered a whole lot. Like, no thanks.
$500,000, $500,000, you guys. I have a bad feeling that Ron has no idea how much money these women are fleecing out of his accounts.
I'm beginning to feel the same way, and it's incredibly sad. I mean, as much as I'm laughing because I'm deeply uncomfortable with this amount of money and this amount of reckless spending, it's incredibly sad. This man, for all his faults, worked really hard to have nice things, and to see people
For this
squander.
much money, they could be living right now in Arizona. My parents and I have visited some of these places. They have the most posh assisted living places in Arizona, in Scottsdale, where they are. They could be living like kings in an assisted living
place where Jan and Ron, where Ron could get everything he needed. He could have an in-home nurse. He could have meals brought to him at all hours of the day. He could have ping pong and games to play, and like seriously, Jan could live there too, and it's not a like lockdown situation. You know, it's like assisted living, like a playground for seniors,
Leisure World.
It's like, yes, and like for that amount of money, they could be living high on the hog in one of those places, and everything is paid for. You get 3 meals a day, you get everything. The only thing is their bloodsucker of a daughter can't live with them and mooch off of them. She'll have to go get a job somewhere, which of course is the problem. They can't pull the plug on that one. She's just totally failure to launch.
You know what? You know what? I am a kind and loving cult leader that doesn't want to sleep with your wife. So the best cult leader ever. I will allow Laura Owens to come here and go to the Mo School of Real Life. Basically, I will treat her like youngest, most feral. She will learn, you know, how to do dishes and laundry. And
how to get up in the morning and go to get dropped off at a job and picked up again after 8 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
basically,
that's what she
unlike
needs.
my kids, I'll just push her out and lock the doors. I will be like an 80s mom to her.
I seriously hope that in prison, I hope that when Laura goes to jail, that they put her on work detail, where she has to go and get up every day and go do something worthwhile, like cook food for other inmates. I don't know, clean toilets. I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, do something to earn your keep for 8 hours a day. It's just incredible that she has gotten away with this, and she feels no guilt or shame that her elderly parents, including her very sick father, is not living a really easy life that he could be living with round the clock care.
That would shame me to no end. And and I think it would honestly be good for her. I think that she would, because she's never had a job, she doesn't understand the kind of sense of accomplishment and pride you get for doing a really good job. Yeah, she'll bitch and moan and whine, but she might not have ever felt good about herself organically from doing something well.
Yeah, are we going to finish this before I have to go? I don't think we are. I only have 10 minutes left. How much time is left on this?
Probably 50 minutes.
Of course. How much time is left, Fluxx? I can't tell from that.
I know I'm
20 minutes. Am I muted? Shit. Am I unmuted now?
You're unmuted now. Now I hear you.
You're unmuted now.
All right. I feel
got 20
terrible that
minutes.
I feel terrible I have to cut this short, but we're going out to dinner for Fairy's birthday. So I've got to get dressed and showered and stuff. We might as well cut it off here.
Okay.
I know that you all have heard this. I probably won't come back and do the last 20 minutes of it. I mean, it's insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to go hear the last 20 minutes, you should definitely do that. I feel bad. Or can you just like simul stream it to your channel and everyone can pop over there, or we can leave it going or something? I don't know. I just have to go get in the shower. Do you want me to leave it going? I can always end it before I leave. It's up to you
I'm
guys.
cool to stay. If you're cool to stay,
All right.
Fluxx, that works.
All right, I just have to pop in the shower. So what I will do is I'll just be in
Leave
the
the
chat.
audio
I'll
on,
listen.
though. We're creepy. Look, we're trying to get
You
your
guys
super
continue.
chats up.
All right, you guys continue. See ya.
All right.
Statement.
Right, but I'm talking about the accounting you gave me. So I'm trying to figure out what it was you were trying to give me with this accounting. You're claiming you are.
We were trying to give.
You're saying that
we were trying to give you the specific GoFundMe in and the GoFundMe out.
But you gave me
for that.
but now when I ask you about that, you're pointing out that the itemization of expenditures was $144,000 worth of expenditures, which is more than the $132,000 of GoFundMe funds. So I'm trying to figure out why you would provide me with a list of payments in excess of the GoFundMe funds if you were trying to just account for the GoFundMe funds. I'm trying to figure that out. I don't understand.
Because she's stupid.
I mean, just to show just to show you if there was the commingling or whatever, that you could clearly see, this was GoFundMe, this came into 0349, this then went to 0140, and then it went to pay X, that you could see what had gone out to pay that month.
Okay, well, I'm telling you that clearly you decided to just pick a selecting number, because in that time period that covers this accounting that you gave me, there were actually $523,000 of total disbursements from your account 0140. So you have
a year and a half.
Yeah, but that was the account that covered that covered this accounting that you provided me.
Right. And so if you figure our pension and Social Security.
No. Wait, back up. I don't want to talk about the income. I'm just talking about the fact that you clearly weren't trying to give me a itemization of all of your expenditures in that, in that time period, because it was well in excess of $144,000. So to the extent, but I understand that I understand, but here's the thing, Mrs. Naylor or Mrs. Owens, if you were going to just try to itemize or correspond the GoFundMe funds and give me an itemization of how those monies were spent, you would have given me an itemization of expenditures that totaled the amount of GoFundMe funds, right? I mean, wouldn't that have been the logical thing to do?
You would think.
Well, yeah.
We can't
Okay, but you didn't do that. You didn't do that. Instead, you gave me this random number of expenditures, $144,000, right? So it was like $12,000 more than what you needed to account for. And now when I asked you about it, you said, well, I wanted to show you all the expenditures during that entire period. But that can't be true, because you had, in just one account, there were over $500,000 of disbursements. So I just want you to be clear about what we're talking about here. And I think what we're going to have to do is get you in for a deposition where I can put these documents in front of you, documents that you signed under oath. We talked about, there were clear contradictions between what you said under oath in the Chapter 13 and what you filed on May 22nd in this case, and then what you filed yesterday. Clear contradictions where they just don't jive. And I know you're trying to say, well, I didn't understand that, but it was the same exact forms and you have totally different answers. So clearly, without you sitting in front of me with those documents in front of you, I'm not going to be able to fully and properly examine you on these things. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to do a Rule 2004 exam. I will send that out, and I'm going to ask for additional documentation from you about some of the things we talked about today. So I guess since you're on the line and we're going to conclude the 341, why don't you give me an idea? I mean, we have this hearing on, when is the hearing on this case?
My understanding was that the next hearing, the dismissal hearing on August the 6th.
August the 6th. Okay. That's right. So
you mentioned something on the 27th. And
I'm sorry, I was incorrect about that.
The 27th is my birthday.
All right, so
do a fun
it is
That'd
now
be fun.
The 16th. Can you tell me what your availability is to come into my office face to face and do a deposition, like over the next few weeks?
Let me go and get my calendar. Can you hang on?
Actually, you know what? That's fine. I thought you might know it. Right. Why don't we do this? We will conclude this matter, and then you can send me an email and tell me precisely the dates that you're available, and we can go from there. And I'll set it. But I'll have to file my Rule 2004 request.
Okay.
All right. So I think that's it. I mean, there's no creditors on the line, so I am going to conclude this matter, and we will go off the record, and I will wait to hear from you by email about when we can set up your deposition. Okay?
Okay. How long do those usually take, and what date would you like to have it done by?
For you, 3 days.
It would be better to have it before the continued hearing. So if we can do it before August 6th, that would be best. So that's number one. Number two, the length of these often depends upon the cooperation of the witness and the witness being candid and forthright. When witnesses try to be evasive and explain away things without answering straightforward questions, typically they are longer, sort of like this 341 meeting. So I'd like to, have you come in, and then we can just kind of go through the documents. I'll have them right in front of you, and then we can try to get to the bottom of this. And, at some point, Ms. Naylor and Mr. Owens, you're going to have to acknowledge that there were false statements made. I know you want to try to explain away the false statements, but we know by looking at your various pleadings filed under oath, you can't deny that you previously made false statements under oath. I mean, is that fair to say that you have to admit that there were false statements under oath in your prior pleadings? Will you at least admit
really,
that?
really trying.
Yes. I mean, as I say, a lot of this was lack of understanding or what what was actually being asked and what was necessary
Get a
to file.
lawyer.
Okay, so but the problem with that
Fluxx
explanation is
pause.
that you had an attorney assisting you.
It's like that. It's like when Daryl Brooks was there, and I said, "God, if only there were these people who went to school for a long time and understood the
Right?
law, and they
That,
did it for like a
studied,
job or something, and
and
you wouldn't even
you
have to
could
pay
maybe
for
hire
them. Yeah, like if you couldn't afford them, the state would give you one. That'd be weird.
That seems like that would be a useful job for somebody to have in this case. Yeah.
Just the ass back. It's the fact that you decided to invite the federal government to look at your 10% of a half-assed job accounting skills and think this is going to end anywhere good.
Right? I don't want to invite the federal government anywhere, let alone into my fucking bank account. Thank you, fuck off, sir. Off your fuck.
Yeah, no, I am not. I am avoiding the government. Without a lawyer, just like YOLO, it'll be fine. And then I'm going to piss off the one attorney who hates me already by treating her like, my maid and just sending over my bank accounts. And not one or two bank accounts, but no, I'm going to send her 3,000 pages, probably from a dot printer, a dot max printer.
They
Dot
legit
matrix.
said YOLO with this bankruptcy. They're like, YOLO. And here we are.
Yeah, I am over here. You and I are having an existential crisis. Just the amount of money that they piss away.
Waste? Oh, God.
And they're oblivious. They're like, you know what? We'll get to it when we get to it. Even at this point, they're still over here like, we'll be fine. This is all fine.
No.
No, none of this is fine. None of this is fine.
In the Chapter 13, so that doesn't really work for the Chapter 13 omissions.
It was a very brief,
Okay, so we'll just leave it at that, and I'll delve into that further at the deposition. We will conclude this matter and go off the record. Okay, I'm off the record, and thank you very much. And I'll wait to hear from you so that we can schedule your exam.
Okay, but just the one thing, should we plan on an hour, 2 hours? What?
Oh, I would set aside 8 hours because that's what I'm allowed to do.
8 hours?
Well, that's, like I said, Ms. Naylor, it's all going to be dependent upon how you answer questions, right?
Fuck.
If you take up a lot of time, pontificating and going off on tangents, then it's going to be long. If you want it, when I ask you a yes or no question and you answer it sincerely and just answer the questions as I ask them, then it'll go quicker. But I am entitled to examine you for up to 8 hours.
Okay. Okay. I think my phone may be about to die here.
All right. Well, we're off the record and we're concluding this matter. So I'll wait to hear from you for dates that you're available.
Understand one other thing, please. Some of the answers that I was also trying to give were to, appease the crowd on the line so that they will.
For the love of God.
Well, that shouldn't color. Your testimony should just be truthful and forthright, and shouldn't be trying to change what you
Fluxx,
say
can you
or how you
pause?
testify based on how people.
Jan, you've done a remarkable job of keeping this quiet. I doubt that anyone is going from creator to creator to creator to watch all of us tism out about this. I am sure that no one is reacting. You did a great job. Lord.
Oh my God. Wow.
Imagine owning the trolls, but getting yourself audited by the IRS.
Right? Like, I don't think the two things are equal even by close. I am losing my mind over here.
She's like,
Oh my God.
we got the chuds. Like, don't feed the trolls, babe. And Ron's like, you did great, babe. And she's like, yep.
Yeah,
The reaction
no.
when she said 8 hours, like
Beautiful.
Jan thought that was going to be 15 minutes. Like,
nope.
Go in, 15 minutes, in, out, bing, bang, boom.
Yeah. 8 hours. Holy shit.
So that's not really a good excuse for some of the evasiveness I saw here today. I think that one thing I do want to point out is that since you still have that GoFundMe up, you have to understand that while you're in this bankruptcy case, all of those funds become part of the bankruptcy estate. So you cannot, like, you really have to understand that once you filed this bankruptcy petition, you opened up yourself to the entire, mandate of the bankruptcy code and the procedures that you have to follow, right? You can't just file bankruptcy to stop a foreclosure and then do whatever you want. So you have this GoFundMe. If you have funds coming in, those all need to be set aside, and you shouldn't be paying any creditors. You shouldn't be paying anything that is not a necessary living expense for just you and your husband. Do you understand?
Dead silence.
Did you hear what I said, ma'am?
John, like that.
Okay. So I want you to be mindful, because if the case gets converted to Chapter 7, any funds that came in while this case was in Chapter 11 will have to be turned over to the Chapter 7 trustee. Okay?
Ooh.
I can't understand you. You sound like you're in a tunnel.
She's so done with her.
No, I can't really hear you. Nope.
I'm sorry. All of the funds were gone a year and a half ago.
Well, I'm just talking. I'm talking about the fact that the GoFundMe page is still up, so you still might be getting. And I can see, just anybody in the public can see who's donating and when. So if there's money that still comes in, I don't know if people are still donating. If they are, I'm just telling you that money that's coming in from that source, you need to make sure that every dollar that you have of income into your account needs to be accounted for, because you're in bankruptcy now. I just want you to be aware of that. Okay?
Right. So you're saying it might be smart to just close the GoFundMe and then not leave it up there?
I think that's
for
you
the
to
love of
decide.
Cheetos.
I can't tell you what to do, but I'm a little confused as to why you still have it up when you said you said that it was to get yourself out of debt, so you didn't have to file bankruptcy, but yet you're in bankruptcy anyway. So it seems like it doesn't seem to align with what your stated purpose of the GoFundMe was, but that's for you to decide.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so what?
Yeah, she's kind of calling you a total liar.
The other hearing. What?
How do you miss
what
that?
specific areas are you wanting to further explore?
Well, clearly we need to sit down with and look at the schedules you filed in the Chapter 13, the schedules you filed originally in this case, and then the schedules that were docketed yesterday. And we need to go through them. We're going to go through them line by line, and you're going to see, I want you to see the stark difference in the testimony under oath, because it's pretty apparent to me that you made false statements under oath. Let's just assume, for the sake of argument, that the current amendment filed yesterday is the truth and nothing but the truth. Well, then your prior statements were clearly false. So that's number one. I need to go through those, and I need to go through the accounting with you, because it just doesn't make sense. You were ordered by the court to give me an accounting. It's not even like I asked for it. The court ordered this on the court's own decision, and yet you gave me something that I thought I could rely on, and then today you were kind of all over the place, not really admitting that what you gave me was a true accounting of how you expended the GoFundMe money. So I need to delve into that, because I'm not sure what purpose that was, that you gave me that document if I couldn't rely on it to constitute an accounting of how you spent the GoFundMe money. And clearly I can't, because one of the items was the Macy's, and you're saying that, no, that was not part of how we used the GoFundMe money, but that's what your accounting says.
Right. But and again, like I say, I was just trying to be able to say that, look, this money had gone out, and
Well, I don't know what you were doing, but it's clear that this lacks any reliability, because you're not standing by what it is titled. You're calling it an accounting of GoFundMe funds, but now you're saying that's
where
not.
to go.
So I don't, that's a little bit frustrating. So I guess what I would ask, and I will inform the court if this isn't done, I would ask that you fix this and give me a proper accounting of exactly how the $132,528.36 of GoFundMe funds
shit!
was
I can't
expended.
let Mo back in.
Okay.
Oh, Tug's here.
Okay, but again,
Can
just
I admit
for
Mo
my
back in? Where's
own
Mo?
information,
Yeah, I can.
I
There we
don't.
go.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
Please understand, I'm
Yep.
not trying to be contrary or anything like that. But since this was spent long before we filed the Chapter 13, and long before we filed the Chapter 11, I don't understand why the GoFundMe is pertinent at this point.
Okay, I understand that you don't understand. I don't know what to tell you about that. It is. I just don't know what to tell you about that. I mean, it's relevant. One of the things that actually concerns me is that you misappropriated GoFundMe funds and misled donors, and that opens yourself up to potential claims. So we have to know whether or not the creditor class, whether you've properly identified all potential creditors. Because
in what sense? I mean, again, please, understand. I'm really not trying to be confrontational here. I really don't.
I understand you don't understand, but I think, and maybe for a minute, just think about this. If you look at the posting on the GoFundMe, there's a suggestion that there are funds needed for medical expenses and because you're having financial troubles. And I think that it would be fair to assume, most reasonable people would assume that funds would then be used for paying bills that are necessary for your day-to-day living, paying for food, utilities, phone, groceries, medical things. I don't think it's reasonable to assume that donors would know or expect that GoFundMe money is being used to pay Macy's credit card bills. I don't think so. And I don't think it's reasonable for people who give money through GoFundMe to think that their money is being used to fund life insurance or ADT home security systems. I think that is something I need to explore because, like I said, there's a potential claim out there, and we need to see the extent to which your schedules are accurate in terms of disclosing all potential claimants against you and Mr. Owens. That's just one.
But again, with regard to,
but the money's already
the
gone.
The ADT thing, we have had death threats against us.
Well, that doesn't sound like that comes from the medical issues. It sounds like that might relate to what you call your
Holy cow.
Smear campaign.
Aren't medical?
And that's fine. You might feel like
aren't medical issues death threats, really? Though.
I mean, it's your body.
Yeah, your body's like, I'm breaking down. So.
Good Lord. Hey, Tug.
Yeah.
Hey, what's
Glad
up?
you're here for the very end. Thank
I
you
know.
for
I was like, well,
saving the stream while I
Hey.
was in the shower.
I had to get the girl. They were like, take us out, do stuff. And I was like, all right, whatever. Go buy us a scorpion, Dad. I was like, really, a scorpion? Okay.
I'm sure you did.
Sounds
I did. I absolutely did.
God, you missed the most amazing thing. We have found out that they spent $500,000 in 15 months. She falsified or did not write down the $40,000 of income. She told the IRS she made $6,000, and this is not going well for her. And yet she has still not pled the fifth. She needs some counseling. She needs counseling by Lynette.
Oh Lord.
She is transparently giving herself no way out of felonies.
Oh,
yeah. Speaking of Lynette, we have an interesting show for the next probably 2 days at least.
Oh, really? What's going on? What's the tea?
Transcript.
Oh, that's right.
It just came through. Yeah, we got the Lynette Preston transcript
from the latest deposition.
Yeah, so you get this wonderful
Apologist,
thing, then you get
hazard
that.
pay.
It'll be good. I'm sorry, what?
For having to translate Lynette into human.
No, can you imagine the poor person doing that?
Oh gosh.
Necessary, but my point, Miss Naylor, is that I don't think it's reasonable to put out a call on GoFundMe that talks about your husband's medical ailments and then use that for home security system. That doesn't seem to be the kind of necessity. I mean, you said yourself in the accounting you gave me, you said itemized list of necessities. That's what you referred to it as. And I think it's a bit of a stretch to say that Macy's is a necessity, that life insurance is a necessity, that ADT home is a necessity. I mean, it goes beyond what I think is reasonable.
Well,
she'll argue.
The ADT thing also with regard to the medical alert, there's a, sweetie, please don't stand up.
Okay, I understand that you're trying to explain it.
My child fell down. My husband
you're not
didn't
addressing
fall
the
down.
Macy's or the life insurance. So the bottom line is that the judge wanted you to give me an accounting of the GoFundMe funds. She ordered it. So I feel that based on the court's order for that document, it is my obligation as a trial attorney for the U.S. trustee to fully examine the accounting. And that's what I was trying to do, but I was stopped because I was not able to fully examine it with you because you're basically denying what it is that you provided to me was an actual itemization of how you use the GoFundMe money. So we're going to have to get to the bottom of that in a setting where I can put in front of you your own documents. And then you could say, well, you're saying that I don't see it. Well, we won't have that problem if you're in here and I'm putting papers in front of you. So, I mean, that's the best I can offer you in terms of an explanation as to why the GoFundMe is relevant. I mean, clearly the judge thought it was relevant. So if I were you, I would not question it anymore because the judge thought it was relevant enough to order that you provide me an accounting. Okay. Okay, Miss Naylor?
Oh.
I'm not hearing anything in response. Okay. I'm assuming.
I think she leaves.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's it. Then I'm going to hang up. Thank you all for joining us.
She pulled the Lynette. She left. She was like, I'm out. I'm out.
That's hilarious.
Oh, her phone died.
Her phone didn't die. It was part of a smear campaign.
Oh my God. All right. Well,
that was terrible.
That was it. What did that take us? 4 hours? What
Oh yeah, man, that was really work for me. Sheesh.
Yeah.
4 hours.
Thanks for coming in clutch there, big guy.
Yeah. You know, well, hey, you know what? When I arrived, there were people stuck behind the scenes.
Yeah, he saved Mo.
Yeah,
I was in the shower. I was.
Yeah, it was.
You're like, come in. You're like, yeah, 4 hours. I was so bad I had to take a shower during it. That's amazing.
We're trying to get that money.
Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. That's funny. That's how.
Well,
that's the true grift. You know.
That was good.
Yep.
That was fun, and I do think I'm very sad for Jan and Ron. I think they've walked themselves right into federal charges. I don't know why they would do such a thing. As if they are not facing enough difficulties, but it is what it is, folks.
Yeah, I mean, and they didn't even add any jokes. Like they think that went well. That's the problem. They think that went 7 out of 10. Jan thinks she did a 6. You know,
oh, Lord. Tug, were you listening? Were you able to hear most of it?
I heard a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on what you heard there?
That amount of money is amazing. Yeah, it is important though. You know, I do have to defend them. It really is important to pay that Macy's bill off.
I want to know the whereabouts of Frosted Flake. Where is this pony now?
Right,
I feel like we have a
Frosted Flakes
Chloe
end up?
issue. I need to know where this pony is right now.
Now, this could just be a rumor, but I did see it in the chat, so I don't know if it's true. I have not vetted this, so please go and tell me if it's true. But somebody in the chat said that Laura listed Frosted Flake on her bankruptcy and said the worth was around $100. Is that correct?
What?
Ooh, well,
Just as for Frosted Flake. No one sells Frosted Flakes for $100.
That seems too ridiculous. Like, that can't be true, right? I don't know. I mean,
Even for gelatin, I would assume you'd get more than $100.
Some of you in the chat know a lot more than I do about.
Oh, just Jen said Frosted Flakes is in Florida.
Oh,
That's a good
I
place.
love
for
that if you have no idea what's going on and you just came in, you are.
Where's
the
Kat?
gummy
Oh,
is not. The gummy,
stream's
you are
over. I can-
okay. You are okay.
I can turn
There
my
is a
camera
point
back
to
on
this.
now.
I want to know what happened.
There. I just turned my camera on.
Megan, it is raining documents today too. So
Go ahead.
you haven't even caught up on everything else today.
Oh, yeah, we've got new documents, a response to Lips's filing from yesterday.
Yeah, we got that that transcript is chef's kiss.
So I got to get running. So I'm actually on time for our show tonight because I got to go to dinner. So I got to get out of here.
Get out of here.
Thanks for being here, everyone. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you to all of you who sent super chats. I think I got all of them. Caroline sent $10 for the fairy fund. Appreciate that. And Crusty Old Witch said, I'm talking to Jan. I know, we're sorry. Please forgive me for the things I said when my back was out of whack. I can't be held responsible. I say mean things when I'm in pain. Anyway, thanks for being here, everybody. Don't forget to tune in tonight on That Umbrella Guy at 8 p.m. because we got new stuff.
Ooh, all kinds of. We'll have new stuff
Nice.
tomorrow too. It's gonna
Oh
be-
yeah, we're gonna have new stuff for the foreseeable future.
The absurdity cup runneth over. You're welcome.
Have a great rest of your day, everyone.
Bye, dude.
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to take
We're
a look.
trying to, can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I can see that.